How can I help you?
I don't know.
Sir, how can I help you?
मेरा नाम TAGOW. आप कैसे है चूतिया? I'm here to fuck up your day, bitch. Take a glass of water and fuck yourself. I'll call you back, bitch. It's what we do.
Let's get right into it. Let's mess with some criminals. You're tuned in to the Morning Scam Show. Wake up, each and every one. Here we go.
Hello?
Hey, fuckface. Hey,
I've been called worse. I've been called worse. Go ahead, please.
Yeah.
Welcome. Hello?
Yeah.
Who is this?
It is a PayPal secure server. How may I help you?
Oh, PayPal. I need to speak to PayPal. Can you please pass the phone to PayPal? I'm so sorry. I'm at a bar right now. I had a couple drinks and then I forgot who we called. I need to speak with PayPal.
Yeah, this is a PayPal. How may I help you, sir?
You can't even say PayPal. What are you trying to do? Pretend that you work at PayPal? Who the hell are you? You're a scammer. You're a stupid fuck. What do you think I was? Born yesterday? You don't work for PayPal. You're a scammer. You hurt people.
Okay, why you call?
I was looking for the real PayPal, and I got some stupid fuck who doesn't have a job who says, I'm poor. I'm going to make other people poor. Don't you say goodbye?
Thank you for calling support. Aviana, this is how can I help you?
Oh, my goodness. What are you doing? It took you forever. You're playing with the phone. Listen, can you play with my shaft of delight? Do you want to meet halfway in New York City and, like, talk over salad? What would you do to me if I was with you? Would you call me filthy American? I'll scam you out of money? Talk dirty to me, Rundy. You love me, don't you? You love the take. Come on. Say, I want birthday take. Hello, I'm right here. What was your name?
My name is Alan, sir.
Oh, why? I mean, it's a beautiful name, but I'm just wondering why you chose that name. What made you choose Alan? You could be anybody you want. What made you go to that name? That's the end of that conversation.
Thank you for calling Credit One Bank. This call may be monitored or recorded. My name is Nessie. How can I help you?
What was your name?
My name is Nessie, sir. I am from Credit One Bank.
Oh, Nancy?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How are you, Nancy?
I'm doing good, sir. How are you doing?
Good, good. What was happening for a second, I was driving, and the phone was tucked underneath the seat, and you picked up the phone, and it startled me, and I didn't know if you were a man or a woman, so that's why I asked for your name, because I just heard like a little voice. I don't mean to insult you. I just didn't know who I was speaking with.
No problem, sir. I understand. But I am a woman.
Okay, good. How's that going for you?
Yes, sir. I am from Credit One Bank. Were you receiving phone calls?
I get phone calls all the time. I shouldn't even have a phone in here. I snuck a phone in this little room that they have me in. I snuck a phone in here, and I get calls all the time from you guys. What's going on? Are you on your way? Are you gonna like break me out? Did you talk with the doctors? Like, did you tell them that I don't really need all these pills that they force down my throat every day? I don't need to be in here, Nancy. Help me, please. You're my only hope. Go ahead, please.
Yes, sir. Do you have business with Credit One Bank?
I think I had business with Credit One back in the day before the accident. Now I'm in this little room here, and I'm not supposed to have a phone, but somebody brought me a phone the other day. I won't even tell you how she snuck the phone in here, but I have a phone now, you know? And I can call people and get phone calls, and then the phone calls start coming, and I get calls from you and from Amazon and from Pueblo Town and from Spanish Town and from everyone in the world wants to talk with me. What did I do in this world to be so popular? Go ahead, please.
All right, sir. Because I have to know if you have business with Credit One Bank. If you do, we can pull up your records and find out the reason for the phone call. If you don't have, then I'm going to remove your number from our calling list.
I had business with you guys. I really did. And you know what? Before the accident, I did a lot of business with Credit One. And you know what? I had like 18 beers that night. Nobody got hurt. Okay, so I got a little drunk. You got me, right? And then I crashed my car, and I mean, some people got hurt, but they didn't die. I mean, and I don't condone drinking and driving, but everybody makes a mistake once in a while, right? And then all of a sudden I'm in this little room without a phone, without a pen, without an eraser, without my ham sandwiches. I don't know what's going on in life. And then all of a sudden you guys are calling me all the time. Am I in trouble? Like, can you help me? Can you help me get out of here? Like, I'm planning a breakout pretty soon. I just need your help. Please, Nancy. Go ahead, please.
You need my
Nancy?
help for what, sir?
To get out of this place. You know what they did to me the other day? They strip searched me. Lucky I had that phone, and I put that phone up. There's like a little, like, what do you call it? A ceiling tile was a little tilted, and I stuck the phone up there. I have some wintergreen Tic Tacs, and I have my phone, and nobody can take those away from me. And somebody else next door, they knock on the wall, like they do boom, 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 and then that means that they're coming to do a search, and they search my little room, and I hide the phone, and then I can talk to people like you, Nancy. Thank God for that, right? Go ahead, please.
Yeah, can you just hold on for a minute?
No minute. I don't know if I have a minute. Life is valuable. It goes fast. You don't know what's going to happen in the next minute. They could come in here and strap me down and catch me on the phone. Oh my God, they shock me, and then they put things in me, and then they mess with my brain, Nancy. They do all kinds of crazy things to me. You don't even want to know what happens. You don't want to know what goes on in here. I just need your help to get out of here, please. Can you please come get me? Are you near New York?
Yes,
I think
sir.
I'm in New York now. Yeah, go ahead, please.
Yes, sir.
They caught me.
Yeah.
They caught me in
I hope
Cincinnati
I
after
can-
about 18 beers,
Yeah,
and I wrecked that car.
Yeah, I hope
that
I
wasn't
can-
my fault,
yeah.
though. The
Yeah, I hope
BMW.
I can be- yeah, I can hope that. Yeah, I can hope.
What are you talking about? You're mumbling. Are you okay? Are you
Okay,
locked up too?
Yeah.
Are you in Are you in a facility like I am? Are you next door? Do you want to meet Nancy? Nancy.
Thank you for calling Men's Vitality. Is this?
Yeah. Hello.
Hi.
Hello?
Again, this is Jane from the Office of Men's Vitality.
Okay.
And the reason that I'm calling you today is to inform you that we're gonna send you male enhancement product for you to try.
Thank you. I could use them. What? Are you okay? Are you all right, Shane? Have you been eating a dick salad today? What is going on? You're funny. Are you getting flooded with that much nonsense that you start off a conversation by doing that?
Thank you for calling First Financial. How may I help you?
Hey, do you guys have a blanket I could borrow? I'm freezing right now. What are you guys doing to me? It's very cold over here, sir. Do you have a blanket I can borrow?
Thank you for calling First Financial. How may I help you?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
What? Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Could you please tell me why you're calling?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
And how may I help you, sir? Please tell me.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, please. You're fucking stupid.
Thank you for calling First Financial. How may I help you?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Oh my God. What? Go ahead, sir. What do you want?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Why you are calling here again and again, sir? What do you want? Just tell me.
You crack me up when you say that. Yeah, oh, go ahead, please.
Don't call here again, sir.
Did you just say call you back 2,000 more times today? Why would you want that? Go ahead, please.
Okay, I'll offer you. Go ahead. Call back again.
You'll do nothing. Yes, you cannot block me. You had not figured that out yet. I work for the second best call flitter in the world. He's the god of phones, bitch. The god of phones. Hang up the phone, take a glass of water, and go fuck yourself. Hang it up.
This is Mark. How can I help?
Hey, Mark, do you ever think about, like, did Mrs. Brady cheat on Mike Brady? Did that ever happen? And, like, was like Jan and Peter hooking up? Like, what went on that show? What happened on that show? You don't have that show in India? You don't get the reruns? Or maybe it hasn't made it to your area yet. You don't know that show, right? Here's a story of a man named Brady.
Hello?
You're a fucking criminal. Hang up the fucking phone. Hang it up, bitch. Why are you on my phone? Hang it up.
Support, this is may I help you?
Hey, Ricky V. William, whatever your name. We got disconnected before. I'm just calling you back. You can't get rid of me. Are you stupid? Do you know who I am? Do you know how many times a day we're going to call you today?
How may I help you?
Steve, listen, do ducks bite? Like, is it possible to get bitten by a duck? These ducks are so cute. I just want to pet them and pet them and pet them more. But I'm afraid of getting bitten by a duck. Like, you sell duck cream just in case this happens? I guess not.
Hello, thank you for calling. How can I help you?
Hey, can you please let me know something? Why does Five Guys not have vanilla Coke right now in the fountain? Can you do something about that? Maybe, like, stock up on vanilla Coke? Go ahead, please.
Sorry?
I'm trying to get a vanilla Coke in this restaurant, and it's not even a choice. Man, those people in your back office there are loud. Can you shut them up? I feel like I got to yell. What's that guy doing in the back? Hey, do you have Rundies there? Are there, like, Rundies belly dancing with each other? What goes on in that office besides scamming innocent people out of money? Crazy sex parties and perverted things? What do you do? Tell me.
Hello.
Hello. How are you, sir?
Hello.
Are you enjoying all the phone calls today? Yeah. What's going on, Chuthia? How are you, Chuthia?
Hello.
Hello. Goodbye.
How can I help you?
So you guys are like doing great today. I mean, I really appreciate you guys picking up the phone so much and putting up with my nonsense.
Sorry,
Can I give you like $500? I'm gonna mail 500. Well, you know what? I'm gonna send $500 home with your mom when I'm done with her. Are you okay with that? You deserve the money. Go ahead, please.
And how can I help?
Get a new phone and I'll call you back. Get a new phone, man. You sound like an Indian R2-D2. I can't talk with you.
Thank you for calling Amazon. This is Jasper William. How may I help you?
Hey, we keep getting disconnected, man. I don't know what's wrong with your phone. I got to keep calling you back. What's going on, man?
William, how may I help you?
Jasper William, man. It's me again. What is going on? We keep getting disconnected. One of these times you'll get a victim, but I have to keep calling back. I'm sorry, man.
Thank you for calling support. This is David. How can I help you?
Hey, David, listen, I was wondering, I have a big problem. It is way too hot in Australia. Can you please hack into Mother Nature's phone and maybe make the degrees like 20 degrees less? I think it's an Android phone Mother Nature has. Go ahead, please.
What exactly happened? May I know that?
Well, I don't know what happened. It's for some reason, all my friends in Australia are complaining that it's way too hot. And I had the idea I would call you guys, and if you could hook up to Mother Nature's phone, I believe it's an Android phone, and do something and just turn the weather down a little bit. Make it a little cooler. Yeah, go ahead, please.
Ask your mother or your sister to go there.
No, of course I've already beat you to it. I've asked my mom and my sister because I knew that's what you were going to say. They can't help me. Can you help me or not? What's the matter, Chuthia?
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, thanks for getting connected. This is Scott. This is David. How may I help you?
Listen, what am I connected to? Am I connected to your Doodle Dasher? Like, what's going on? You don't even know your script, Gandu. Get a new job. Fix your life.
You read the script first. You read.
Fix your phone and then fix your life. Take a glass of water and fuck yourself. Next.
You also
can't block us.
You know
You're too stupid.
Bullshit. You know you are a bullshit. You're not bullshit.
Why do you sound so stupid though? Like really, what happened to you? Let's talk about how stupid you are. I will fuck off, but I'm going to call you right back. It's what I do, bitch.
It's the Morning Scam Show with CJ Scams and TAGOW. Today we have Ozzy Boy joining us. He comes from a land down under, and they're getting flooded down there. I cannot wait to talk with Ozzy. He's always exciting to talk with. And then we move over to Sven from India. He's got a channel, How to Delete, and he saves victims left and right. This is what it's all about. This is what we do. This is what all the nonsense and all the time wasting and all the ratting and all the hooking up to their computers, he's making a difference. He's saving victims, and he just saved a huge amount from a victim. $60,000. Cannot wait to talk to Sven. He's got a channel, How to Delete. We will have links throughout the stream. Please go show his channel some love. His work is amazing. Anyway, enough of my rambling. Let's get into it. It's the Morning Scam Show.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Take. Good morning. Good morning. Hello, Take.
Hello. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good. The thing is, so when we do the things with Discord, so it takes, I can't find the unmute button this way.
Oh.
That's why it took me a couple seconds.
Well, that's okay. You're here now.
Right now, I'm looking at a very handsome Australian man with a dragon. So
Yeah.
I couldn't find the mute button.
I know, it is distracting, isn't it?
Right. Look at that dragon. That dragon's amazing.
Let me see if I can display the screen. Hold on. That'll take me a minute. While I'm figuring that out, tell us about your day yesterday and your
Who cares about my day? What about our friends in Australia? It's all we keep hearing about is flooding and flooding and flooding. I mean, I talked to 5 people and they're all like, "I'm getting flooded, bitch," and I'm like, "I can't do anything. I'm trying to fix the time zone problem down there, and now all of a sudden I'm hit with a flood. I don't know. There's just too much stress going on over here. Got to fix all these problems."
Very true.
But hopefully, he'll give us a little bit more in depth on the flooding that's going on down there. I mean, Harley sent some pictures on Discord, man. There's a lot of water. A lot of water.
Yeah. Yeah, so just hold on a second, y'all. We're doing something new. That's why I said tell us some stuff, because I have to figure out how to display his thing.
Who's got a second? Hey, why does the thing I was thinking about last night? Does everyone have a middle name? Like, what the hell's a middle name? I've never once used my middle name in all of my life. Why do I even have it?
What about when your mom was mad at you? Did she ever use it?
She never, ever said, "Take Nathaniel Glass. Stop doing that." I just don't even know why I have that name. We tried looking it up on Google, and it's to honor people maybe that came before you. But who the hell even knows it's there? It's sandwiched in between 2 other names. I just don't get it.
Oh, so you spent your time yesterday looking that up?
I mean, not all of my time. It took me 2 hours to make that crappy little 17-minute video. And then you tell me Ozzy and Sven are going to join, so I had to redo everything so I could put them in the end. And I'm up at 2 in the morning in the parking lot of Cumberland Farms having a hot chocolate and, well, a fake Cadbury candy bar because it's not the real Cadbury that comes from Australia. But it's still good. But I sat in the parking lot making that video.
Oh, my goodness. Well, that sounds
You're almost done because I'm almost out of nonsense, if you can believe it.
Well, that's what happens when we do stuff at the last minute. You have to give me time to figure it out. So, no, I'm not almost done.
Ozzy's here. Can I speak with Ozzy?
No, I'm just kidding, of course. Okay, I think I got it. Here we go. All right. Can everyone hear and see?
I can hear. Well, it might be on a delay, but I'm looking at Ozzy on our screen on one phone, but on the phone with the stream, it still says Thursday, March 3rd. Good morning.
Oh, okay.
Well, you know, we're so far ahead of you that it takes time for you
There
to
he
catch.
is. That's right.
The time difference.
That's right.
I truly believed that you had that time difference sorted out. You're letting us down there.
I was almost there, and then I got hit with the flood problem that you guys are experiencing. Man, your country's like, you say to somebody, be careful, and that's just like, whatever. I live in Australia. Everything will kill me down here. If it's not the angry creatures, it's the weather. It's either too hot or too wet, and you got angry birds flying around that'll poke your eyes out. Thank God you wear glasses. It's just I keep hearing about all this craziness down there, but everyone I meet from your country is so cool. So I have to get there. It seems like it's a different world.
Look, no. That's a complete fallacy. We're all mongrels. Nobody likes us, and you'd hate the place. You'd absolutely hate the place.
Well, I'll fit right in there. I'll fit right in.
I've told you before. There's always a barbecue ready for you, and there's a bedroom and a bed there when you need it, right?
Yeah, no,
Absolutely.
I appreciate that. And how much longer is your country going to be? Is it the whole country or just like the Sydney area that has all that water?
At the moment, it's the entire East Coast.
So, is everybody not working right now? Like, is that serious? Like, where trains aren't working and like you can't get on the highway or any of that?
Trains are affected. Yesterday, we had emergency services sending us text messages to our phones that you can't go down this road and this area is blocked off. Where I work, I had to send home I had to send home probably about 30% of our staff because if we didn't send them home, they would never have got there. Yeah, so it's heavy, but it's not unusual. Top end of Australia is getting it much worse, much worse.
Oh
So
gosh, that's
you've got
terrible.
entire communities that are blocked off.
That's awful. I hate to hear
Wow.
that.
It could be worse. It could be bushfires like we had a couple of years ago.
That's true.
Yeah. So
Has there been any
I'd rather-
casualties, or is it just more of a nuisance?
at the moment, it's more of a nuisance.
Yeah, that's good then.
And unfortunately, you get the odd moron in a Toyota Corolla who thinks they can drive through a flooded road.
Well, all those drugs they do, they 22 pounds of coke are in those cars.
And it just
they think they can do anything.
It really hurts me to see that cocaine, disintegrate and dilute with the floodwater. It's just wrong. It's just wrong.
Yeah,
On every
we got to do something. Save Australia. Save the cocaine.
What about the animals
That's a
during the
two-wheeler.
flood? Like wild animals, are any of them being hurt by the flood?
No. Our native species are used to it.
They probably like it. Cools them down.
It's the stupid human beings who panic when a snake or a lizard comes into their house because it's been pushed out by floodwater, and they and grab a shovel. And those people actually need a shovel themselves. But
Yeah. That's a whole other problem. I didn't even think about it. So, like, a lot of the creatures will look for shelter because it's their instinct, and then obviously the people, the first time in their life, right? If they don't understand something, their first instinct is to kill it. So, yeah.
Oh, thank you, animals. Thank you, Animals Matter. Yeah, so I brought a friend along just for take. This is an Australian native. This is an Australian native, genuine dragon. So
Wow, beautiful. And
When's he
he's
gonna
so
breathe
well-behaved.
fire? Take always says they breathe fire, so I'm waiting for him to breathe fire.
I didn't see any fire extinguishers in their house there, so hopefully the dragons, you're not going to piss them off. They look pretty friendly with each other, though. Like they're best friends. Look at him. He's rubbing his little, his throat there. He's awesome.
Yeah.
When they get angry, they flare up and make themselves all puffy. But he's very happy at the moment. But,
A happy
yeah,
dragon.
he's quite happy just to sit on the shoulder.
Yeah.
Now, what's the one dragon? I think I saw a show a couple years ago. I was flipping through the channel when I used to have TV, and there's a guy. He's like a modern day dragon slayer, but he doesn't kill the dragons, but he wrestles with them. And if it's something about this dragon where if it drools on you, it could kill you. Do you know what I'm talking about? I might have talked to Harley about it. I don't remember, but it's been on my mind.
The Komodo dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those things will mess you up, right?
They'll kill you, flat out.
Yeah. Like they'll spit on you and you're dead.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do about it. It's not poison. It's actually a bacteria that they cultivate in their glands in their mouth, and it just got to nip you. Just got to break the skin, and that's pretty much the end of you.
Now I couldn't just order one up and get one sent to me and just like give it to my neighbors, right?
Well, if we talk to Harley on the quiet and off stream, there could be something we might be able to do. I'm not quite sure, but you know, I've had some stories about people doing things, but yeah, we could see. We could see.
What up, the Scott?
Well, well, thanks so much for joining us. I love your little dragon there. Thank you for not bringing a snake. I appreciate that. You brought a dragon for Take, and you didn't bring a snake for CJ, so it was good.
Well, the show's not over yet. It could still happen. There might be one or two here.
Just give me a warning.
Only one or two.
Okay, give me a warning and I'll let you and take it over for 5 minutes, and then I'll come back when the snake's gone. But also, so the other reason you're here, other than just because we love you, is you've been doing some scam baiting, and we definitely want to hear all about how you got started and everything.
Right. Yeah. Well, interesting story.
Former scammer yourself?
Well, there could be history.
He's a scammer turned scam baiter.
If there's not an interesting story, make something up.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Just kidding.
I don't know. It was about 5 years ago, and I got a phone call, and we're backwards in Australia. We might be ahead of time, but we're backwards in technology. I got a robocall to my house phone that was saying it was from the ATO, which is the Australian Tax Office. And I'd actually, a couple of weeks prior, had just been to court for a traffic offence on the motorbike. And I get this thing saying that there's a warrant's been issued for your arrest. And I genuinely was in a complete panic. And it was so professionally done, and they'd used either an American or an Australian voiceover to do the robocall. And I, like an idiot, pressed 1, and then proceeded to give all of my details to this complete stranger who had a Indian accent. And I got about 2/3 of the way through the call and went, oh, something's hinky here. Something's not right. And quietly asked my partner to ring the ATO. And they said, no, this is a scam. It's not a legit call. And it made me angry. It got me worked up. And I thought, how dare these things that prey on people attack us this way. And it stewed. Then about 2 or 3 weeks later, I was on my way home from work and I got another call. It was from a Bitcoin scammer. and that's when I started hunting for information, because there's no information in Australia. There's no publicity. There's literally nothing to tell you. So I started hunting and discovered YouTube, and then discovered Bob RTC, and I pretty much took it from there and just started doing small things on my own, and it just sort of built up and became an obsession that is now for 4 years sort of,
Wow.
Kept me busy.
Awesome. So did you actually lose any money?
No, because I sort of twigged at the beginning of it and got my partner at the time to chase it up. We worked out it was a scam, and then contacted the ATO and had details changed and stopped it from going any further. But upon looking at YouTube and seeing some of the stories, and 4 years ago there was some horrendous stories of people being scammed from large amounts of money, and then you start to learn the type of people that they target, especially the elderly, and people who are not tech savvy, and it just galled me that they could do this. And then I had no idea at the time. I had no idea it was such a massive thing in so many countries, and they were getting so much money. And so I just started fighting back. The Bitcoin scammer I actually had on a bait for 3 years. So yeah.
Wow, that's
So
crazy.
that's how it started.
He sounds like a real fool. To be with, debate him for 3 years. He must have been a fool.
Oh, look, I'd still get the odd WhatsApp message from him now.
That's funny.
There's a bit of a community thing going on there with him.
Wow.
He even rang me from nightclubs to tell me how great he was doing and I should get into the Bitcoins. So, yeah. But
So it's my understanding that they have different shifts over there because they know that we're on different time zones. Again, something I will fix eventually. But I don't see a lot of numbers posted on the websites that I use. I mean, to mess with the scammers. You would think that they would be awake, like, during the day of your day, where if I'm up in the middle of the night, I should be able to find scammers to call. I have not had much luck. Like, do they call you all the time during the day, just like here? Like, I mean, nonstop. My phone will start ringing at about 9 o'clock our time, and it'll be filled with Social Security scams lately, Amazon scams, Medicare, all kinds of idiots. Does that happen over there? Because I can't seem to find these people. And I know that they mess with Australia.
And you won't. You won't. There's a good reason for it. So text now is not available in Australia, and even for me to use it to make calls, it's a bit of a rigmarole to get it to work. I actually need someone in America to help me to set up the initial setup. So your text now, it's calls for American numbers and Canadian numbers. It won't do Australian numbers. So it becomes cost prohibitive for American scammers to attack Australian.
I mean, Indian scammers.
Indian scammers.
So they can't call. You're saying they can't really call your numbers because it would be long distance for them from the text now that they use.
It's long distance. It's cost prohibitive. Scammer Payback did a very good series called The Matrix, where he went after ATO scams and Telstra scams, and he only did it for probably about 2 or 3 weeks, and that was about a year and a half ago. But yeah, he's, as far as I'm aware, he's the only one. I mean, we've got our beloved Exposing Scammers, and who is the only really well-known Australian scam baiter, I think. CJ's done a couple of things with him.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He is phenomenal.
Yeah.
But our phones ring non-stop. Amazon scams is probably one of the biggest. Then you got the ATO scams. After that, they've really hit the border security scams, which is similar to your SSA scam, social security scam. And then you've got NBN at the moment. I think I've got in the last 3 days about 15 calls from NBN scams.
Wow. So it does happen.
Non-stop.
Yeah.
And they target. They're very clever how they do it. If I answer the phone in a natural voice with an Amazon scam, they'll hang up straight away. They won't even answer the call. If Harley answers, because she's got a very young sounding voice, they'll go up because they think she doesn't know. Or if I answer with Phil McCracken's voice, they'll answer. You know?
I've seen her rage one time with a call. I think she sent it to me on Discord or I saw it, and it was pretty funny. I mean, she had him going with that voice, and then it was just you're a mother toad, and all the curse words started flying, and I was like, wow, that's what I like.
I actually wrote all the curse words out on a piece of paper and stuck them on a wall. And said, okay, here it is.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Fun guy, they're here. The beers are here.
I fully expected.
I gotta find
Sorry, go ahead, Take.
So I got to find the one call that I have where the scammers were just ripping me apart for the way I speak. And they were saying, why don't you speak proper English like they do in Australia? And I got to find that call. It was like the scammer was cutting out my English and telling me I needed to speak more properly like they do in Australia.
That does sound good.
Yep. So speak properly.
Speak properly, and yet we're all saying mate and how are you and fair income and we actually do talk like
that. And you use, I mean, is it proper or is it okay to say you guys are getting properly flooded right now? Because proper is like a word that you guys use a lot, right? It's a proper flood that way. Do they ever say that, or would I just sound stupid?
It's a fair dinkum flood, or excuse the language, fuck me, we're getting flooded.
That's what we want to hear the scammer saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it was funny. Harley posted those photos, and they were some of the floods around here are very bad. And Harley in chat can probably type out exactly what the amount of water is that's being let out from our dam at the moment. But it's like 25 times the volume of Sydney Harbour has just been let out of our largest dam for Sydney, which is hence why everything downstream is pretty much gone.
So all of the water that we're seeing, it comes from because it got through the dams?
No, it's a combination of both. Where we are is surrounded by the Blue Mountains. So you've got a massive amount of water coming down from the Blue Mountains and down into the plains where all the cities and the towns are. And then you've got the dam itself is not able to cope with the sheer volume. And then you've got 3 other dams that are down towards Wollongong that feed into the same river system. And they're all absolutely toppled over. And then our population growth in Sydney has grown so large so quickly in the last few years that stormwater runoff can't cope. So our streets are flooding, areas are flooding. It's just our infrastructure just wasn't set up for the growth that we had so quickly and such a large volume of rain. And you'd think the government would know because this happens every 7 years.
That's what I was going to ask. This is the first time it's happened in 7 years, but it's not the first time. So they had warning to let's fix the problem before it happens, right? Do you think they'll fix it now, or you're just going to wait and let it happen 7 years down the way again, and we'll be having this conversation then?
It'll happen again, and it'll
That's
happen
terrible.
again.
They're lazy.
That's terrible.
But we're
They
lucky
fixed
this year.
the train problem. They fixed your train problem, I saw, and it lasted, I thought, for a couple days, and now you got a flood and the trains aren't working again.
That's exactly right. The trains aren't working, the roads are closed, and all the freeways are all elevated, so the freeways all work. But then you get rubberneck dickheads who have an accident, and that's the end of you, and the freeway shuts down. So it took me 3.5 hours to get to work last night. It normally takes 45 minutes.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're a trooper for still going. A lot of people could probably say, "I'm taking a flood day."
Oh yeah, that happens here
but
when
not
we have.
Ozzy. He goes to work.
Yeah, that happens here when we have the tiniest bit of snow. It's like everyone's like, "Oh, I can't drive. We have a little bit of snow," but really, they just don't want to come to work. And it's their excuse.
Yep.
So, is there no alternative app in Australia that's similar to TextNow that would use Australian numbers? No. So, do they ever call you on WhatsApp then? Or I think to me WhatsApp is hard to use because don't you have to add a contact to actually call them?
Well, I thought that, but somehow a Bitcoin scammer got my work number. Not my personal number, but my work number on WhatsApp, and started sending me messages, which I thought was interesting. We do use Skype, and you can actually pay for American numbers in Skype. So it's a minimal cost. It's something like $10 or $12 a month for unlimited calls to telephones in America and Canada on Skype, which I have. And then, as you've just done yourself, CJ, with the help of Scamlock, set up your SIP numbers.
Yep.
So, that I've got SIP, I've got Skype, and I've got Text Now, thanks to the help of Chest of Drawers and someone in America who may remain nameless, or else he'll get flooded with "Please do it for me, please do it for me." It's that's the three ways that we put it through.
Okay.
Oh, I got to find that guy's name or girl, whoever did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't assume it's a
Now,
man. Don't assume it's a man now. Us girls aren't that dumb. We can do stuff.
You do everything with your big brain. Look at you, reversing connections. You got locations. You're scaring the shit out of these people. I mean, you're a force to be reckoned with.
Nah, I'm just teasing.
People need to ask somebody. They need to get on Twitch and watch what's going on over on CJ's channel there. Oh, hasn't she become the Twitch queen?
I mean, I was there yesterday for a little while on Twitch, and I just checked. I mean, you're talking about seasoned other baiters that have 20 people, which is good. And then you look and see CJ's got 58. Like, it's just always packed in that room. It's just amazing. It's entertaining. It's like better than Netflix. It's like a whole story. She's got sounds now and cars, and I mean, it's just amazing.
Y'all are too kind. I wouldn't say that's all true, but I appreciate it. Yes.
You're doing spectacular, and it's always a joy to hear your voice. It really is.
Thanks. That's so sweet of y'all. I really appreciate that. I wouldn't say that's all true, but I appreciate you saying it anyway, because, it is a little bit easier, I guess, to grow on Twitch than YouTube, because YouTube is freaking frustrating, isn't it, Take?
You wake up and you're happy that you got a couple subs overnight, and then it's like you look back at it and you're like, what did I do? Who did I piss off in the last hour? I lost 5 subs.
Yeah. Well, how about you, Ozzy? Are you planning on starting a channel?
I keep getting pressure for to do exactly that. But to be honest, between work, hunting numbers, and working with Fun Guy, who I've got to say is just an absolute brother and someone I love dearly. It becomes a time issue, and taking the time to make a channel then takes away from the cause of actually hunting down the numbers and hunting down the scammers and trying to shut them down. It's a very difficult thing to do.
Absolutely.
I mean, maybe if Harley helped out a little bit, we might be able to do like maybe a joint channel with Harley for scamming. It'd have to be completely separate from a Reptile channel. But I mean, I'm happy with what we do. To give you an idea, Sunita 2 weeks ago was throwing out some numbers, and I ended up getting a couple of reverse connections done, and just the group, the crowd who was in the live stream at the time, I think we ended up shutting down 4 call centers.
Wow, that's amazing. That's awesome.
So, and that was just 4 of us, just playing with what was available, and it was a Sunday.
Wow,
it was
awesome.
Sunday. So, yeah, but Harley and I have been here on nights together where we've just picked on one call center and just got them to the point where they've just gone, no, I'm going to give up. Yeah, I think doing things along those lines are probably more important than myself having a channel, especially when I've got the backing of so many people that I deal with and work with on the side, that the word is getting out anyway, and the word's getting out in Australia anyway, and the word's getting out in America. So we're doing the protection. We're getting the word out to look out for these scams. I think the number hunting and the work we do on the side is probably more of a priority at the moment. But yeah, a small channel at some point, a small simple channel might be on the cards.
Yeah, you could always do it simple. Like, some people have high production ones, which is great. They're fun to watch. But you know, you could just make a call and just put it up there, you know? You don't have to do anything fancy with it, you know?
No, well that's right. That's right. You know, it's I mean, I get home at around 11 o'clock at night, and which is your 6 o'clock in the morning. So I'd normally have Bob RTC on and be going through Infotel and trying to get as many numbers as I can, and then trying to verify the numbers and going through the numbers from the previous day. So it probably takes me until about 3 o'clock in the morning before I've got a decent list of 20 odd numbers that you can attack. And then the real work starts, and then it only gives me another 3 hours until it's 6 in the morning, and I've got to get some sort of sleep before I've got to toddle off back to the day's work. So it's just a time constraint thing more than anything else. But we seem to kick a few goals and seem to do a few things, and I think everybody in the community needs to work as a team to achieve it. Like I'm good at certain things. People like Darko, Dark, and
he's awesome.
Hankalux. You know, these are just other spectacular people who are in the background with exceptional skills. And people don't know about them and don't know that what they're adding to the community, but they're working every day to try to do things, and it's a community effort. And the more we get along together and the more we work together, the more effective we'll be to try to stop these nefarious mongrels from doing what they do.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought those guys up, Dark and Hank and everybody in that community on Discord. It's amazing. I mean, Dext and DH. I mean, there's numbers all the time, and it's just like everybody's working, and it's just like, hey, did you call this number? I just got off the phone with this person. Make sure you destroy this call center. It's busy. I mean, the community's growing, and it's great to see. You know, it's great to be a part of this. And I mean, there's a lot of people on Scammer Info as well, and then you guys with the number hunters, because you can only do so much for the websites. But I mean, you guys are, like you said, it's a lot of work hunting these numbers down. And people like me that don't hunt numbers take for granted sometimes because I just want numbers. I just want to mess with these idiots. I have enough going on. I don't want to have to search for these numbers. So everyone that we just mentioned is responsible for all the content that idiots like me can produce. You know, I mean, it's just I love everybody that's down with this cause. It's just amazing, and you meet some good friends too.
Yeah,
yeah, and that's what I was just about to say. I've met some of the most incredible people, and who, look, I know would cut their left testicle off at the drop of a hat to help. You know.
Yeah.
Don't feel that in the morning though.
You will. But you know, YouTube will come and go, Twitch will come and go, but the friendships that you make, they'll last forever, and it's something that shouldn't be taken for granted at all. You know, personally, I think Fun Guy is Harley's second father. You know, Chester's my grandfather.
Jeez. I wonder if he knows that and how he feels about being your grandfather.
Well, he'll shoot me for saying that, but I'm sure it'll come.
He's not here. Don't worry. We could talk about him. So, when we first met, I mean, I don't remember how we met in a stream. I don't know if it was on a flood, but you had sent me a call to listen to. I mean, I was flattered that somebody I didn't know was saying, "Oh, I want you to listen to my work." And I listened to it. I think 2 days later, I got around to listening to it, and I listened to the whole call. And I still need to edit it down. We should have played it today, but I'm a wreck and didn't have time to get organized. But I mean, you have some natural ability to act, to keep these idiots on the phone for as long as you did. I mean, and it was funny. I mean, the whole call was great. I just need to edit it down a little bit because it was like I think a 22 or 25-minute call. But I mean, stuff like that. I mean, if you could ever just post and you and Fungi or something, I mean, maybe not put a lot of work into your channel because you're busy, but I think people really need to see the awareness and also the entertainment. So I mean, you'd be doing everybody a huge favor if you do ever get a channel, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Oh, look, I've probably got about 300 or 400 recordings. You know, I've got recordings with Pecan where he's naked and hanging off a ceiling fan, and
jeez.
Oh, I've seen that one. That's on. He's got his own hub, right? Pecan Hub.
Yes.
Or only Pecan. I don't remember where I saw that, but yeah, he's always on camera. He loves it.
Yeah. Then we had a couple of calls lately with Mary, and behind the bars was my wife one day, and
that's awesome.
That's some potent names right there. Yep, Mary, Raz, behind the bars. It's just they're so good. All of them are so good.
Yeah.
Well,
look, absolutely phenomenal baiters, and
sure.
up and coming, and they're going to be the future. You know, it's great, and it's great to see so many more females getting involved as well. Because to be perfectly honest, women make the best baiters, without a word of a doubt. Women make the best baiters.
I would agree.
Yeah,
because they're so horny. I mean, the whole country. I mean, well, I shouldn't say that, but like the scammers.
You mean the women or the scammers are horny? Which one, or both?
If you have a good voice and you flirt with them, they'll click on links and you can reverse connections. I mean, it's just amazing to me.
Oh, and Mary has a spectacular voice for that as well. Just absolutely spectacular. Yeah, she's got a gift. She's got a gift, and she's quick. You know,
and she can go both ways as far as I'm trying to be clean here. I said something I shouldn't. No, I mean she can rage at them, but she could also turn them. She has a knack for knowing when to spend time and not have nonsense when it's time to say, okay, maybe I can break through to this person and help them along and show them that there's a different way. So, I mean, I always find her content fascinating.
I thought you meant women are so horny, Take, that we do good with these scammers.
I don't know. I mean, well, the Indian, the Rundis that I taught, maybe it's me. I mean, they hear me breathe and they're telling me to go F my mother. They hate me. They hate me. All the Indian female scammers hate me.
Me too. I hate when I get a woman. I just can't. I can't quite. I've said it before. I have lots of girlfriends in real life, but when I get a woman scammer, I just, like, it's never fun. Like, I can't manipulate them well. They're usually bitchy. You know, it's just hard to get through to them. Not all the time, but a lot of the time.
Take had a phone call, and I'd actually gotten home from work, and I was sitting down, and my cat was curled up beside me, and I was actually having a cup of coffee instead of a beer for a change. And it came out with a line about, do you want to grope and let me go down on you? And I choked and I just spat coffee all over the cat. And then
poor cat.
The cat didn't talk to me for about 3 days. And I mentioned it in chat. You're just so funny, Tate. You were so quick with your wit. I wish I don't have that skill. But you are so quick with one-liners and comebacks. It just absolutely blows me away.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, that is his specialty. He is super clever.
What did I say that time? I'll give you a grape and I'll go down on you? Look, what did I say?
Something along those lines.
I mean, they do call me the Sultan of Segway. It's amazing. I don't get dates a lot with all that poetry, you know? I mean, I don't know. People don't always dig it, but I appreciate you liking it.
It's too bad
I can't
you
believe
can't
she
get
didn't
paid
come
for it.
around.
Yeah.
Who
There's been
knows?
a
Maybe
couple
she got off the
though.
phone with me and she was like, Take. I wish Take would call back. Right. Yeah.
There's a couple I think you won over. Like, remember that one that you kept going on and she just like sat there? Like I think that girl liked you, because why wouldn't she just hang up? Remember that one that went on for a long time?
Yeah, I don't know if she liked me or she was killing time. What I discovered too though is, I mean, and this is, I mean, it's sickening that people do what they're doing, and we try to tell them that there are jobs there, and we get fed up that they do this because it's tolerated. We know that there's some jobs there. They would rather make $800 a month than $400, so they do this, and they know that it's very slim chances that they're going to get caught.
Right.
But I've discovered, though, in the past few weeks, there are a lot of them that do not like scamming people. They know the bosses are watching them, and that's why sometimes they'll hang right up on you. Other times it's because they're triggered. But there are a few that I've talked to that really just go there for salary. And yeah, they know that they're doing wrong and they hate it, but they will not scam you. Unless the boss is watching, and that was nice to see at least.
Yeah.
So I'll still rage and I'll still curse and I'll still make them feel like shit because they're there, but I do think that there are more people than I thought originally that go there that do not like scamming as much, and most of them have happened to be some females that I've met. That's just me though.
Your dragon is a good boy. He's just sitting there on your shoulder.
He's been fed. He's got a full belly. He's just gone through mating season as well, so he might be a little bit worn out. He's
yeah, look at him just chilling there.
Who did you have a mate with? Did you give him ones to mate with?
He's got 3 girlfriends in there that he has his choice with.
Wow. Sounds like Take again.
He's a lucky boy. He's a very lucky boy. I'm just amazed the cat hasn't jumped up on my shoulder, because the cat gets jealous whenever I've got the lizard out. So there's a line for you. I've got me lizard out.
There you go, king of the one-liners.
Yeah, I know. That's what I always
Yeah.
said about my dogs. Like they don't have to work. I give them everything they want. I basically make them my life. Like if they want something, I give it to them. And they can wear a hat for 5 minutes and let me take a picture of them, even though they hate it. You know, it sounds like he has it too. He's got girlfriends. He's got food. He doesn't have to go to work. So he can lay on your shoulder for a few minutes if you want him to.
Yeah, and they're an amazing pet because they're like that. They actually do just like to. I think they just like the warmth off your neck and your shoulder, and they're quite happy just to go to sleep as long as they're left alone. And you know, nice easy life for them.
I'll have to find a picture. I'll ask my mom to help me look for it. But I have a picture of me when I'm like around 10ish. It's a Polaroid picture of we went to some kind of animal retreat and they put this huge like iguana on my shoulder, and then they were like, and so I like reached up to touch it and they're like, don't grab its tail, its tail will come off. And so I'm like petrified that like I'm gonna pull the tail off because I'm only 10 and I don't understand what they're talking about, but it's like this huge iguana. I'll have to find it so I can send it to you.
Oh, that'll be fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Harley would love that too.
Yeah.
How many dragons do you have there?
At the moment, we've got 3 females, big Godzilla, and then there's I think it's 5 or 6 babies.
Now, do they all get along?
No. No. The babies, all the adults get along. The babies, depending on their size, you've got to keep separated because they just look at each other as if they're food. Yeah.
He looks so chill. I mean, I don't know what. What pisses him off?
They have their active moments. I mean, he will actually chase the cat.
Oh, okay. So he's got some life in him, some spunk.
Oh, he's got some spunk. Yeah, he's just fed and is probably worn out from breeding at the moment. So he's just in chill mode.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, well, he seems like a good boy.
Well, he is a good boy. He is a good boy, and he's very friendly too. But,
yeah, awesome. Well, I was gonna say before I forget that anytime you have some good clips, we would definitely love to play them on the show. So that would be one way if you wanted to play clips for someone. We'll play them on here, right, Take?
Like I know you probably stream with Fun Guy after noon our time, and some of the stuff might be live. But the more exposure we can get, the better. So if we're doing it in the morning, and then you're doing it at the evening on a different channel, I mean, if you're okay with it, we're okay with it. I mean, we would love to just show your stuff.
Yeah.
I would love to send you some streams and some clips. Thank you very much that you'd actually allow me to do that. That's great. That's great.
Absolutely.
I'd love to.
And if there's anyone else in the community that would like to send me your stuff, you know, we don't just have to talk about ourselves and play ourselves. We love you all. We're definitely wanting to, you know, each check out what everyone else is up to, you know. So yeah, just send me your clips.
Yeah, it's actually I've just had a bit of a computer crash with the dialer. I've just got to get that sorted out. Hopefully this weekend. But I was definitely going to say to your Take and CJ, like, would love to do a couple of calls off air and just have a bit of a play and see each other's styles. It'd be great. It'd be great fun.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
I'm down. Absolutely.
Well, you kind of know our styles. I play the like dumb innocent girl most of the time. Then Take comes in and rescues me with his raging. So,
yeah, I mean,
and maybe you're kind of in
people
between.
That know me, they know I'm like a very passive, shy individual. So when I get on there and I can rage a few times and help CJ out, I'm all for it. But normally I'm just very soft spoken. Shy man.
Oh yes, very soft spoken and very yes.
That's right.
Under the cover, yeah, very quiet. Yeah, and I've never sworn to a scammer either.
Yep. Well, yeah. So what do you have like future plans? I know we talked about the channel, but is there anything else that you want to do in the future with scam baiting? Like any kind of plans or projects, or anything you're working on now?
We've got a very large project on at the moment that we're working on. That a small group of us are working on. We've got an Australian scam where we've got one victim's been hit for $130,000. I just found out recently he was involved in a second scam where he's lost another 10,000. And he's actually drawn his father, his sister, his brother-in-law, and a family friend in as well. And we're up to about $180,000 that's been ripped off from the one family. So that's a Nigerian Bitcoin scam working out of Cyprus that we're concentrating heavily on at the moment. And it's probably one of those scams where our group will only be able to get it so far. We may have to hand it over to somebody with a bit more expertise than we have, but we're going to push that as far as we can. We've got to the point where we've got some reverse connections to computers, and we've got some access to information that you normally don't get. These Bitcoin scams normally don't let you onto their computer. But we're currently trying to find ways to get around that, and have actually managed to get into Bitcoin wallets and etc. So we just got to play that one out and see what's happening. But that'll be a long scam. That's a long scam bait. That's probably going to take us 3 to 6 months.
Oh wow!
We don't want to rush it because we don't want to burn them. But apart from that, no, it's pretty much eat, sleep, bait, repeat.
Yeah. New Moon is. Sorry, go ahead. Didn't mean to interrupt.
No, please, CJ, please.
Oh, I was just gonna say, New Moon is asking, how does your government respond to scams? Do they help at all? The Australian government.
Okay, not nowhere near to the extent that America does. If it's a blatant scam that you can prove easily, some of the financial institutions by law will refund money, because obviously the banks themselves have insurance for such things. But it's a fight tooth and nail to get that done. Our government has a website to let people know about scams, but they don't go into it, and there's no advertising, there's no education at all. On the upside, we've had a couple of small retirement towns. So we have towns where retirees will tend to go to, and the local government got so sick of it, the local council got so sick of it, they set up scam booths in the local market of a Sunday, and local residents could come in and for free ring a scam call center and abuse them, which I thought was a really entertaining thing.
That's pretty cool.
I don't think it did much good to shut the call centers down, but it did get awareness out there. So local communities, local government, they do interactive things and get words out. But in general, our government is very poor with education, very poor with information.
I mean, ours can be too. I mean, there's improvements that's been made, but still, it's like at the same time, it seems like they could be doing more for sure. You know.
I mean, you've got the population and you've got the personalities and people like yourself and Take who do things in different ways, but it still appeals to people. So you get word out and it spreads. The Australian community, we're just lacking that. We're just lacking that, which is why so many of us. Looking in your chat right now, I can name 7 Australians who are in your chat right this second.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And that's the reason that's the reason why, because we've got nowhere else to turn. You are the shoulders that are helping educate our people, and if we can't follow you and help you, we're not going to get any benefit either. It's very hard, very hard.
Plus, it's super early in America, so so we have to get some of you Australians that stay up late, because people in America, a lot of them are still sleeping, right, Take?
Yes. But the government, I mean, yeah, they do a little bit now, and it's like you said, the awareness is spreading. It still makes you sick that a lot of the larger companies know that this goes on. You know, Microsoft, AT&T, Amazon. I mean, they could shut the numbers down quicker than us probably if they tried. They could have a whole department devoted to just protecting their customers, but they don't. It's sickening. They make their money either way. So until the big companies, I think, start doing a lot more, we're at the mercy of people like us. You know, we are the enforcement agency right now, and unfortunately, we can't arrest anybody. We can, even if we reverse a connection, it scares the shit out of them, and they stop doing what they're doing for hopefully a couple hours or a day, and you don't know how many millions of dollars that saves, because potential victims can't get through. But even when we know their location, we're not arresting them. They're still going to do it the next day and the next day. And maybe they get scared, and maybe 1 or 2 say, I'm not doing that again. I mean, people are going to expose me, put my name on the internet and my picture. But I think the big companies need to do more, is what I'm saying. The government needs to do more too, but the big companies really need to step up and devote some time to scam management, I would call it.
Oh, 100%. 100%. And Australia, our worst thing we ever did was we exported our call centers to the Philippines. And so now, and it was for all our major businesses too. So like the Commonwealth Bank, Telstra, which is our main telco. Obviously, we've got smaller telcos, but Telstra is the national one that's most well known. So a lot of government agencies offshot their call centers to the Philippines, which was great to save money. The downside was Australians got so used to people with accents calling them that it was just natural that, I'm from the ATO, I'm from Telstra. And just second nature, you go, well, those call centers are over there, so this is normal. This must be legit. So they open the door, they open the floodgate for these scams to come through, which is why we get hit so hard. Thank God the Commonwealth Bank recently turned around and said, well, we've now seen the problem. We're now going to bring that back, and we're going to bring it back to an Australian call centre. But unfortunately, the damage is now already done, especially for our elderly.
Right.
You know, so yeah, the government let us down big time, absolutely big time.
It's also important. I mean, we focus a lot of our attention on India. And I mean, we've said it numerous times. I mean, India gets a terrible rap because of the scammers. And there's 1.4 billion people there. They're not all scammers, obviously. I mean, and a lot of the good citizens of India don't even know that this exists in their own country. We just have a small snapshot of this country because we focus on this little scam baiting community. But it's also important to point out that a lot more scammers are moving to Cyprus, and that people need to really start focusing on what's going on in that country because there's different tax laws there. So when scammers move to Cyprus, I mean, their money goes a long way. and it's again hard to catch them in Cyprus. And then also the Philippines. I think the Philippines is more in people's mind when you think of call centers and scammers. People don't know that. I mean, I think it has the largest romance scams come out of the Philippines, and we mess with the Canadian pharmacy and in the insurance places, and a lot of them are from the Philippines. So it's not just India. We have to start shifting our attention to different countries if we really want to make a dent, I think, in the scamming world.
100%. You've hit the nail on the head, and their attacks are changing. The way their scripts are changing, the way they're accessing our computers are changing. It's and if we don't work together and evolve, they'll beat us. And this is where these little communities, especially on Discord, get together, and without knowing it, and just guys and girls talking together and working out new tactics. This is the only way we're going to be able to get ahead and stay ahead of them. Somebody came up a couple of months ago with a way to get around the black screen when they shut you down the black screen on the computer. So we now, without the community talking to each other, we didn't know. So somebody came up with a way around it. We're now all using it. It's little things like that, working together as a team and talking to each other. It's the only way we're going to progress. It's the only way we're going to move forward. And the entertainment and the comedy is great. I love the comedy. I love doing Phil McCracken. I love doing Petey Can.
Yep.
We did a new one the other day on Fun Guys. It's not been aired. We did a new one the other day where Fun Guy was being attacked, and I'd done reverse searches on their computer, couldn't get through, so I did a reverse connection on his computer, and then rang him up and said, "Look, I'm from the worldwide wonderful web security services, and you're currently being under attack," with an American accent, and then started giving this guy all the phone numbers for his call center, and then I gave him his AnyDesk account, and then this guy absolutely panicked, and absolutely formatted his computer. He was that scared, and then started calling me back on my individual numbers to find out how much I'd gotten into it. But yeah, that's the way we're going to do it. That's the way we're going to close them down, by working together, moving ahead, experimenting, talking to each other, and it's going to be a team effort, not an individual one.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
And it's going to take flooding. Flooding has got to be one of the greatest tools to shut down a call center, and it's just, and probably the quickest.
I mean, you're not going to get any any pushback from me. I mean, I'm a huge, I'm still learning, and I've only been part of doing this for 9 months. But to me, flooding is very effective. I've watched us. We've shut numbers down, I mean, constantly. And if the numbers are shut down, people can't get through.
That's exactly right.
Scanned. That's how I look at it. We waste their time. And, and there's people that are a lot smarter than me. I just come in with my comedy rage and my failed writing ability, and we waste their time. But, I mean, there's a whole team of us. I mean, Lisa and Kat and Betty and Raz and, I mean, everybody and behind the bars has joined. I mean, we're like a family on there every day, and we're fucking with these guys. And we see the numbers get shut down. And, and sometimes some of the calls go long, and sometimes people can reverse a connection and get some information, delete some files. But it's part of a piece in the war. It's like we need call flooders, I believe. We need also people that can do 6-month baits and put stuff in their system and keep watching them. And that's kind of like when CJ, I always ask her, she always will call me or we'll talk, and she'll say, "Okay, I want you to rage at this guy. It's all done." And I say, "Are you sure it's done?" Because, we don't want to ruin the chance to get more information out of them. But she knows when it's done. And when it's done, I'm coming in. I'm going to unleash the dragon. But What I'm saying is, I guess we need everybody involved: call flooders and people that can bait long term, people that can reverse connections and not give themselves up, not reveal. It's all part of the process to at least a band aid of trying to help people not lose their money.
Oh, exactly right. Exactly right. I mean, I quite enjoy long baits, and I quite enjoy getting them on a VM and drawing it out and seeing how much time I can waste of them. Harley is starting to get very good at that. She's taking Amazon calls now out to about 45 minutes, which I think is just spectacular.
That's great.
You know, she's progressed very quickly, and starting to take on a much more front role with baiting. Which
Great work, Harley.
Look, she's so proud of her. So proud of her.
That's awesome.
And that's to do with the community as well. Her doing that. She's just got nothing but support from people like yourself, CJ and Take, Fun Guy, and Dinky, who is just the mother to us all. Dinky's just spectacular. I can't put a bad name against anybody, to be perfectly honest. I've had nothing but help and support from everybody. Everybody
That's
that I've ever
awesome.
spoken to and been involved with, nothing but help and support.
That's
and
great.
I just thank you all. Thank you all for everything you've done. Because it's alive. See, everyone thought it was dead, but it just moved. Everybody's been absolutely fantastic, and I think that's where our future is going to be: is us all working together to get the job done. Whether it be a short bait, a long bait, whether it be a reverse connection, and you've got Sven on tonight, who dead set I've admired since day one. I think he's just an absolute legend. I've followed everything he's done. I've spoken to him in Discord. He's just an absolute genius at what he does, and I think so brave.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he deserves a lot of credit for what he does. I love him because it's a perfect way to show people not everybody is. I mean, sometimes people make these crazy, stupid statements, either in a comment or somewhere, and it's like they're generalizing. I know where it comes from, but when you say, well, it's in their DNA or something. It's not. I mean, because not everybody's like that. Obviously, there's so many good people there. Like I said before, and it's good that Sven's on our side, and it's living proof that there are so many Svens in India. I mean, there are so many hardworking people there. So, I mean, he definitely deserves a lot more success than what he's has, and I hope people support him so that hopefully he can do this full time one day, because we definitely need him on the inside on this war. He makes a huge difference.
He does. He does. And then as you say, the team that everybody does. I just looked out in chat and just saw a message from Betty. I'll send you a private message in a little bit, Betty. You're an absolute angel. I love you with all my heart.
You broke up for a second. What did you call me, an angel?
Well, if you're prepared to put on leather undies and a barbed wire bra, you could be an angel.
Is my camera on?
No.
Jesus, you scare me like that. How do you see? No. My leather budgie smugglers.
It's all drones.
My leather budgie smugglers. Yeah.
Very
cool,
good.
Man.
But yeah, it's. I think the only way we can do it is the way, as I've said, us working together, and I think we can get ahead of it.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd be doing it if I didn't.
Yeah, we can at least make some kind of difference. Bye, Dinky. Have a good day. Hola, Manuel. It's the problem is very, very big. So we're not gonna probably solve the whole problem, but if we can just, help with one day at a time, make a small difference. Everyone making a small difference, I think will add up to a big difference. And then, and then hopefully some people will get saved. Which Sven,
Yeah.
I'm trying to get, hopefully Sven will come on in a few minutes and tell us about, he saved he had a big victim save yesterday, so I'm hoping he'll come on and tell us about that. I think he's away from his computer right now, so I'm messaging him. Good morning, Ivan. Welcome.
Oh, what up, Ivan?
Yeah.
Hey, Ivan.
Thank you, Raz. Yeah, if y'all will hit that like button, then the YouTube will be more likely to recommend the stream. That's why we always ask that.
Oh, my male sex partner just came into chat. Hello, Pecan.
Oh, he's been in chat making all kinds of inappropriate jokes like he does.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
what he
good.
does
I was getting
best.
worried. I was like, where is he? Where is he? So we got to talk about Pecan Hub.
Yep.
And then right now it's like, what is it? Like, it's like 1 o'clock where you are, right?
Yeah, it's just gone 20 past 1.
Jesus Christ. I mean, don't you guys never sleep over there either. You're like wide awake.
Well, I shift work, so this is my afternoon. Yeah, it's when it gets around 6 o'clock in the morning. That's when the wheels fall off, and Fun Guy will tell you I have actually fallen asleep in the chair on a call on the mic.
Oh my goodness.
Well, it happens, right?
I think that's definitely a sign you need sleep.
But you get caught up in it and you don't want to go, and it just happens.
Now, before you go, and she's still looking for Sven anyway, what I'm curious about is what's your relationship right now with the kangaroo? Like, are you still very angry because of what happened to your motorcycle, or did you kind of forgive, or you just hate him?
No. I've forgiven them. I'll feed them and pat them, but if they're on the road and there's a bull bar in the front of the car, it's gone. It's gone.
Well,
they're just the most stupid animal. There's only one animal dumber, and that's an emu. But yeah, they just.
But that's a what? An emu? You said?
Yeah, an emu. An emu.
They're dangerous, right? There's a whole war down there. You can look it up on Wikipedia.
We have.
We have
had two wars.
A war against the birds.
we have had 2 wars against emus, and we lost them both. You know, just the emus won.
Oh my goodness!
Bloody hell! Please, people who don't believe, jump on Google and look up the Australian Emu War, and we lost. The bloody thing won.
How many billions did your country spend on that war? Was it an expensive war?
But between that and the rabbit fence, which never bloody worked, you know, it's you just can't win. No.
Oh my goodness!
In all honesty, I love kangaroos. You know, I love them baked. I love them fried. I love them stewed. They're great. But as an animal, they're good. But people don't realise reality. They're a wild animal, and they can be aggressive, and they can be very nasty.
And they do dominate your country as far as in population, right? Isn't it like 2 kangaroos for every citizen? There's 50 million kangaroos down there. People think I'm losing my mind when I'm yelling at scammers that we need to fix the kangaroo problem, but you really have 50 million kangaroos.
Yeah, and they can keep. A lot of people don't realise this. They can keep a germinated fetus in their womb for 5 years, waiting for a drought to end. And then when the drought ends, it can then go into the pouch and then grow into a kangaroo. Like, it's already pregnant. Waiting for the drought to end.
I got to get down there.
Thank God humans aren't like that.
How do you beat that? You can't.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just nature. Beautiful thing.
Right.
We'll never get rid of them.
But that's a good philosophy. I'm glad you've kind of have a heart now for them, and you pet them, and you give them some love. I mean, because I know that was a nice bike. I mean, you right? I mean,
still is a nice bike.
Right. Well, you had to do work. You had to do some work.
Oh,
But there's not. It's my understanding is there's not a lot of those bikes out there. I mean, that's kind of a classic collectible thing, right?
yeah. It's there's only 5,000 of that bike built. So
Right.
Wow.
I mean, it's nothing that they would be using in the Sons of Anarchy set. I mean, it's not like a traditional Harley. I mean, it's a collectible thing. So it's yeah. Everybody's jealous of your bike. So
yeah. Yes. The other thing that amazes, like people see the symbol and they go, "Oh, is that really your bike?" Well, yeah, as a matter of fact, it is. The other one I get is, "Are you really from Australia?" I have to tell you guys, yeah, I am.
I mean, I would know that you're from Australia if I talked to you for a couple years. I'm bad with the accent. I mean, I would say either South Africa or Britain. But now I think after talking with you with more Australians, I think I can tell now.
Yeah. I was speaking to one person the other day for the first time, and she was absolutely. It was another beta. I'll speak on Discord, and when they made the connection into the voice channel, and I spoke normally like I am now. She's gone, "Where are you from?" I said, "What do you mean?" She goes, "Well, I've only ever heard you talk as Phil McCracken, and I thought you were Scottish."
Oh yeah.
That's
what
pretty
you get for
funny.
being talented and being able to do different accents.
So anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, just don't start speaking pikey or whatever it was in Snatch, because I didn't understand a goddamn thing Brad Pitt was saying in the movie. I had to watch it 100 times. Although it did have subtitles, I think, on the DVD, pikey subtitles.
I think that was a
That
Brad
was a
Pitt
good
problem,
movie
though.
too. And that was a good movie too.
Yeah.
So do people go kangaroo hunting there? Like, in America we have deer hunters.
Okay, so it used to be legal years and years and years ago. Now it's not legal.
Oh, okay.
However, if you are a farm owner, then and they're affecting your property and your crop, then yes, you are legally allowed to shoot a kangaroo on your own farm. But
I
yeah,
see.
no,
You can't go
so there's
out
no
looking for them to kill them.
absolutely not, absolutely
okay.
not. The same as you in America, we have deer season, and we have a lot of deer here.
Oh, so you have deer hunting there?
Yes, we have deer hunting. We have deer, and it's one of the few. Well, actually, I think it's one of the only animals that national parks will actually put out requests for hunters to come during the season into the national parks to shoot. Is the deer, because they're so aggressive and damaging both the native flora, but also taking food supplies away from our native fauna. So it's a big problem. The other one is wild pigs.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, we have a very, very big pig problem, and a very big feral cat problem. So
pigs sound
but yeah.
scary.
Yeah, deer, pigs, and cats.
I mean, they probably don't all hang out together.
But well, I reckon they have a little party together and have a couple of bundies and go, "How are we going to fuck these people up today?"
Yeah, well, it's
like we do with scammers. They think of us as scammers, maybe.
They think of us as scammers, and I'd be absolutely positive that the penguins are in with them too, because I reckon the penguins are trying to take over the world. Mongrel things.
Oh, you got penguins there too?
Oh, I've been belted by one on the shin, left a bruise, mongrel of a thing.
I thought it was
penguin
hot
came
there.
up to you and kicked you in the shin?
Yeah, a penguin got me in the shin.
How do they live in Australia? Isn't it hot?
It's very hot, yeah. Hot, and because it's so much rain at the moment, it's just humid, so you just sweat all the time. It's yeah, it's very hot and very wet at the moment.
Well, how does a penguin live there?
How does a penguin live here? Oh, we've got penguins here. Yeah,
oh,
we've got heaps of penguins.
Preferred the cold climate. I guess I don't know enough about penguins.
They're little they call it. Well, they used to call them fairy penguins, but that's now politically incorrect. They're now called little penguins, or little rock penguins. But yeah,
even penguins have to follow PC rules.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You can laugh all you want, but he's living proof. A penguin will catch you and fuck up your shin.
Yeah, that's right.
Just like little people. I mean, we used to call them midgets. We can't say that anymore, but people give little people a hard time. F with a midget or a little person. I mean, they will mess up your shin. I mean, it's just and we deserve it. Well, I'm not saying you did, but I know I would.
Yeah.
But the feral cat problem, is that really a big problem there? Like, there's just a bunch of cats?
Yeah. It's a very big problem, especially in our outback, because they're wiping out struggling native species that are already battling. So yeah, there's lots of places where they've had to put up fences on breeding grounds for small marsupials because the cats are just wiping them out to the point where they're nearly extinct.
They can't do anything to help with the mouse problem, because I hear there's like a lot of mice over there too that are moving towards Sydney, or is that just media hype?
Look, no, it's genuine, but it's something that happens the same thing with the weather. So we have a really, really dry period where you get no mice. Then you cop a heap of rain. All of a sudden, there's a heap of food. The mice explode. There's a swarm. We get rid of them. We kill them. They're gone. And then it's just a cycle. That's just a natural thing in Australia, unfortunately.
I mean, there's just so many mice there. I hear it's like, I mean, they don't practice monogamy. They're with a different partner every day. I guess that makes sense because they'd be monogamous if they just stuck with one. Right. So I get it, but I figure the cats can help on the war, maybe save some of those military dollars if there's a mice war. But I'll keep checking Wikipedia on my Australian facts as I learn about your wonderful country. There's everything there.
And to be honest, it is a beautiful country. Look, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. It's absolutely spectacular, and it's I can walk out my door and literally there is kangaroos running down my street out the front, which is regular every night.
I got to get there.
Again, you have,
but
just have the cigarette
we live on
problem.
the outskirts. We live on the outskirts, so it's normal. You're not going to see kangaroos in the middle of Sydney. Don't think that. Where we are is near a lot of bushland, so we do get kangaroos out the front.
Right. It's not like if you're downtown Sydney, it's not like you're going to see a kangaroo.
Yeah, they're not like commuting to work with you.
Legs crossed, reading the newspaper. I mean, I get it. You got to be in certain areas, but 50 million. I mean, you got to figure if it gets any larger, that population, they're going to start spreading into cities, and you're going to see kangaroos with bus passes and wearing raincoats, and you're going to see stuff like that. You're going to take over, man. I'm telling you. But anyway, that's just my thoughts.
True story. I had a mate of mine who's a bit of a practical joker, and he lives in a town called Riverston.
I was thinking you meant Pecan Head until you said Riverston.
Now, Riverston's this little outback town in the middle of nowhere. It's very, very isolated. And he worked with us on day shift as a fitter. But overnight, he was a young bloke. Overnight, he worked in a pub. So he's come home from the pub one night, and there's this tame kangaroo just down from Riverston train station. So he's put a rope around its neck, and he's walked it down to the train station. And this is at about 11:30 at night. And there's an inbound train going to the city. So he's put the roo on the train, set the train into city.
Oh my gosh, that's scary.
Oh my god! As a practical joke.
I would
Just
have
as a
had
practical
that.
joke.
I would have had I
Yeah,
would have
he's,
had some pepper spray out in case he attacked me.
Oh, it was only a little grey. It was only a little grey roo. But yeah, just sense of humour of some people. That's typical Australian sense of humour. Done that,
Right.
Yeah, I've heard other people put goats on a train. You know, it's common, absolutely common. But anyway,
That's hilarious.
Hmm.
Did you ever see there's like a real popular movie and it has like a big kangaroo hunting scene in it. You know what movie I'm talking about?
Oh no.
Hold on, let me look it up. It's like it's supposedly like one of the best movies ever made. But hold on, I'm telling Sven where we are. It's considered like one of the best movies ever made, but it's also considered like literally people got up and left during it because it was like so horrendous to watch because they had a kangaroo hunting scene and they didn't like sketch it out like it was they actually went out and hunted kangaroos to make the scene. So it's like real controversial too. Hold on, I'll look at it. I think it's from the 70s. Let me look at
That Wake and Fright movie you were talking about? Is that the one?
What is it?
Is it Wake and Fright or something like that?
Yeah, it's something. Yeah, that sounds right.
I mean, you knew about it a couple of weeks ago because you were telling me about it, but I won't check it
Yeah.
out. I cannot watch it. There's something on Netflix that it has a really cool image, and I saw somebody posted on Twitter that they do something to cats in it. It's about this girl who ventures into LA, and it's like psychedelic and sexual, and it seemed like something would be right up my alley until like I heard about that they torture cats or something in it, and I don't know what Netflix is thinking.
I couldn't watch that.
I can't watch stuff like that either.
It's called
needless harm of an animal should never be
I'll watch
excused.
people get mutilated, but I cannot see what happens to animals.
Yeah, it's called Wake and Fright. It's from 1971. It has 96% on Rotten Tomatoes. But like I said, I'm not recommending it because they literally went out and hunted kangaroos like for real. So it's pretty disturbing to watch. It's not scripted, that part. Like they just went out and hunted kangaroos, and a lot of people went boycott the movie when it premiered. People got up and left, but it's kind of interesting at the same time, Hi Sven, welcome to the chat.
Hello everyone, my name is Sven. Hope you're doing good. Do I sound better?
Sven, आप कैसे हैं? क्या हाल
हम
है?
बहुत बढ़िया हैं. आप कैसे हो?
Oh, ठीक है.
And Sven, you know Ozzy, I know. Ozzy's on with us too.
Oh, is that Ozzy boy? Oh, hello
Yeah.
sir. How are you?
You see his dragon
Hello,
on his
Sven.
shoulder?
Yeah, I see that.
Sven
Absolute
loves
pleasure
animals.
to see you, mate. Absolute pleasure to see you. It's unbelievably big fan.
Yeah. Hello.
Sven
And
loves
congratulations
animals.
on your channel. You have over 500 subs now. I remember when you were just starting off. You were like baby Sven. More people are starting to see your stuff.
Now I've grown up. It's all because of you guys. It wouldn't be possible without you guys.
Nah, I think you'd still be there if you didn't know us. Maybe CJ helped out a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah,
I
she
think-
helps me a lot. She helps me a lot. Like she literally calls many victims for me. Like sometimes my accent and everything. Sometimes they think I'm also a scammer. But when she calls the victims, it's like, yeah, she helps me a lot. That's what I wanted to say.
That's sweet of you. Well, Sven had, which I haven't, he just told me like a one sentence about it, so I haven't heard about it yet because I haven't got to talk to you. But you had a big save yesterday, right?
Oh yeah, I saved a victim. She was I want to call her victim. Like yeah, I saved a person who's about to lose like $65,000 or something. So it's a Microsoft pop-up scam. So she went to withdraw all the money, and then the box wrapping the money in the aluminum foil, and then transferring it to the places and things. It was about to happen. So she was at the bank. I did not know what to do. Like she was not answering the call. I tried to call her husband. No one actually answered. Like the husband did not answer, and like it was really hard to get her. I Recon scammers, Boo and Deb, we're all like on the thing. Like we're all trying to get in touch with her. We phone bombed her. We even tried to call the bank, the branch where they are going, where she is going. She actually went to like 2 to 3 branches, and one of the branch actually gave her only $5,000. So the scammer made her go to another branch. She did not get any money though. That's a different story. But yeah.
Nice
At
work.
last, like her daughter actually answered the call through the landline, and she and yeah, finally we got hold of her, and she got saved. She got saved. Like I was really happy. I was really happy, and
Wow.
I slept in peace yesterday. To be honest, I was so happy for that girl. I mean that lady. Sorry.
That's
My
awesome.
audio got a little fruity in the beginning. What was the scam? You don't need to repeat it if you talked about it the whole way. I'm sorry, but like, what was she doing to lose $60,000?
A pop-up Microsoft pop-up scam.
Okay.
The scammer really scared her, saying that she is being her IP address is hacked, and all her information is on internet, and anything can go wrong, everything like that.
So it was like a
Uh,
typical, like a refund. Like they had her do a like $60,000. How did it get to $60,000 from hackers to $60,000?
oh, yeah, that's when they actually say that, they also say that, ma'am, your bank accounts and everything, they are in danger, and they'll they'll add another scammer into the conference, and then the other scammer pretends to be the bank, and he or she will start saying that, ma'am, you literally have to remove, like take out all the balance, and actually then put it in a new secure account or something. Many stupid ways to like take the amount and then send it to the scammer or something. Many other ways they'll find. So yeah, she was so into the scam. She's around, like, she was born in 1945 or something. She was so old.
Oh,
She literally got scared,
$1945.
and
Wow.
she went to the bank, withdrew $5,000, and was so scared that she's gonna lose all the money.
Jeez, nice work. That's a good
Yeah,
story.
that's awesome. I love hearing that. Great work from you and your team. Glad that you could get through to her. So are you the one that actually got to talk to her, or was it one of the other ones?
No, Boo actually talked to her because I've been calling, like she never answered my calls. Like we all were trying, like with you know, like all the family members we have been contacting and everything like that. So it happened like that. Like it was really like like every time what I do is I actually close the scammer's software so that he won't be able to call her back again. But I don't know what happened this time. Even I closed the software, she never answered my call. She only answered the calls of the scammer, and I don't know. It was like really scary. Like I was like really scared that she's gonna lose a huge amount of money or something.
Yeah.
It was really high. Like yeah, at the end she's safe. That's what matters to me.
Well, if anyone says that if anyone says scam baiting doesn't help, this is definitely proof that it makes a difference, because otherwise, for sure, if y'all hadn't been doing all that in the background, she definitely would have lost a ton of money. So, and who knows how that
Yeah,
would have
yeah,
impacted her life at her age. Like, there's no way to even know the long-term effects. So, that's awesome. Great work. Let's do
yeah.
it
I
again
mean, you
today.
can see it there. You can see it there. Why the reason why scammers actually target target older people is because of this.
Yeah.
Like once they actually get scared, who are about 60 or 70 or something, once they actually get scared, they, you know, I don't know how to say this, but yeah, scammers keep saying stupid stuff that we know that is stupid, but again,
Yeah, how
the
about my
target is
mom?
them. Uh, I don't know, sir.
It's always about my mom. So when this was going down, were you like a nervous wreck that you weren't going to be able to stop it? Like, were you under the gun? Like, did you have to like? I mean, what's going on in your mind when this is happening? You got $60,000 there, like, and you can't get a hold of somebody, and then finally it happens. But like, were you like, kind of like a nervous wreck until it was done?
Oh yeah, I was so nervous. I was so nervous. Initially, I was the only one who was trying to call her. Like, oh my God, really? Like every time when I actually call someone, I feel like so confident that yeah, I'm gonna make him believe that it's a scam. I'm gonna make him believe that I'm not a scammer. I'm trying to save her or him or anything. But this time, uh, yeah, I still had a hope that we'll actually get her somehow. Maybe when she actually sends the package to FedEx through FedEx or anything or any other courier service, we can contact them and ask them to check the package and everything. And I really had some hope, but still, uh, like, why do you want to delay till the packet till the person actually loses money, right?
Right.
So I was so scared. I thought I was gonna lose everything, all the control on this scam, but really, like, when we actually got hold of her, we were like really happy about that, like so
Yeah.
happy, like
Yeah, I mean, what's
I can't.
amazing about this, and it's so amazing, and it should touch everybody, is that the $60,000 is not your money. You don't see a dime of that. It's not
Yeah.
your money. It's very simple for someone to say, "Oh, it's not my money. It's not me getting scammed." But that's not the way to live. I mean, you took it as your
Right.
responsibility to say, "Okay, these people are not doing anything right to this person. I'm going to step in." I mean, it's just amazing. There needs to be more people like you, like throughout the world, not just in the scam baiting community or with dealing with this kind of thing, but like for everything. You see something wrong, just because it's not happening to you, does not make it right.
Yeah,
Stand up and
exactly.
say something.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I applaud you, man. It's such a great story, and I mean, you're just an amazing human being for doing that.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, and again, I would rather say I'm a bit selfish because I feel happy by saving victims, saving people and informing them that it's a scam or something like that. Kind of selfish. It gives us satisfaction. That's the reason why I scam bait as well. Like,
Yeah,
that's
for
the main
sure.
purpose. It actually makes you happy when you actually are able to save someone. When you actually are able to get like it doesn't matter. Like if you see it in a huge amount, it's like only one person you're saving, but you're saving one person's whole life. Like they're completely able to completely sweep the bank. Like they're gonna take all the amount from their bank from her bank, but like, if they take all the money from her bank, what does she has left with? Nothing. So
Right.
one life is being wasted. So it's not like amount of like, how many people you save. It's about yeah, like even if it is about one, even if it is one person, it actually gives you so much satisfaction.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
it really feels so satisfying. It really feels so good. Like I can't express in the words. I sometimes my English actually I don't remember some words how to express these things.
Right.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're smart enough to know also that when you call the victims, I mean, it's hard enough like when CJ calls the victims or if somebody like me called, like they already think I'm the scammer or CJ's the scammer, but with somebody with an accent, you have that obstacle to overcome too. And time is of the essence. I mean, you only have a couple seconds to really convince them that they're about to lose sometimes their life savings. And sometimes they'll be harder on you than the scammer.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's so much hard work. So again, everyone should just bow down to you. Awesome
Uh,
job.
Yeah,
yeah,
awesome
CJ,
job.
you remember that day when a guy like a person who actually lost around like $1,000 from his account with Apple Cards when and we called him and he actually gave my number to the scammer.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
terrible.
that was like, yeah, he wasn't even listening to anyone. Like when he actually said you're being scammed, and he was like, he actually gave scammer my, uh, like the number. And I was like, come on, I was trying to save you. I don't even know how to express that thing. It was like so frustrating, and it's not even the person's mistake.
Mhm.
I don't know, but at least at last we asked him to contact Apple, and no idea what happened to him. But yeah,
Yeah, it's really hard on victims. That's one thing like I wish everyone would keep in mind. I've heard people actually be um kind of hey S harshish. I've heard times in the past on other streams and other people be kind of harsh on victims because victims are being harsh back. But they're very much under stress. You know what I mean? It's almost like when someone calls 911 and they're panicked and they're stressed out. Yeah, they don't need to also worry about being polite. So forget about your ego, try to help the victim, forget about if they're not being polite, and just try to help them and stay calm, which I think you do a really good job of that. And just like give them a little bit of grace because they're in an extremely stressful situation, and if you had two people you do not know telling you opposite things and you have to assess who to believe in a split second, it's very hard on them. So I really hate it
yeah,
when people like get angry at victims because they're not being polite, you know. um
yeah, yeah.
that's
I
just my
mean,
opinion. I mean, they should of
at
course be polite, but it's really hard for them to understand what's going on. You know, they're trying to make a judgment call.
Can I
Well
say
said.
something there?
Yeah.
Can I add something to that?
Yeah,
It's
sure.
Absolutely.
but what I've found quite a few times when I've spoken to
Your
victims.
dragon can too.
Yeah, I've got a dragon. Of course, I can do. What I've found when I've spoken to victims at times is they're very confused with what's just happened,
Uh-huh.
and they're emotionally upset, and they're not emotionally. They're embarrassed when you confront them and say, "Hey, I believe you may have just been the victim of a scam." They get
Mhm.
embarrassed and they close up. Some people, and it's just pride within the
Right.
person themselves, and
Right.
it's just having empathy and being able to get across to them the relevant information. Um, I had one a couple of weeks ago where it didn't matter what I said, I was a scammer as well, and they would not listen to me. And that's where it took me reaching out to somebody else, a older English gentleman, and he managed to get across that they were a victim, and that's I think Sven does it absolutely spectacularly, and it's great. His tone of voice, the way he does it, is excellent. I think maybe I'm too coarse when I speak to people, but yeah, it's just knowing the embarrassment side of things as well. And
yeah,
if you can't get through to them, then there's always somebody else within your group that maybe can, and just to reach out and just to get the point across.
yeah, exactly, exactly.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, it's. I don't call them because they'll start yelling at me, and with my temper, I'll just rage back. And you're absolutely right. They don't need that. I mean, and CJ brought up like the 911. You can put on YouTube all the crazy stuff that the 911 operators say back to the victim. You're putting the blame on the victim, and obviously they're not in the right state. You really need a skill in being temperamental and letting them rage at you even. I mean, I can't
Right.
do it, so that's why I give you guys all the credit in the world. I'd be like, okay, fine, get scammed. What are you wearing? And it's not what they need.
No,
So I
please
definitely
don't ever
would
do
applaud
that.
you
I
guys.
beg you. I just
Oh
think
my
of
god.
it like I'm a 911 operator. I know that's a really bad analogy, but that's how I think of it.
You're a good 911 operator. A good 911 operator.
Because when I actually read this thing and I've never forgot it, I probably have shared this before. It always sticks in my mind where this couple, the man had gotten shot. I don't remember who shot him. I think it was like a drive-by shooting. And the lady, his girlfriend was with him. She called 911 and she was in a complete panic. And the 911 operator said, "If you're going to talk to me like that, then I'm not going to talk to you," and hung up on her, and the man died. And I think about that a lot, like, I don't know why that stuck in my head so much. I was so disgusted because, of course, someone is panicking, and expecting them to be polite to you is like the most ridiculous thing ever. Just try to calm them down and help them. And I know it's not the same scenario, so like I said, it's a bad analogy, but that's how I just try to treat the situation. Like, it doesn't matter. You, at that time when we're saving a victim, we do not matter. It's all about them. And, like, if they're panicked and they're saying stuff that's rude, it's not about you. It's about them. So just try to stay calm and help them, just like a 911 operator should always do. I know that's a goofy thing to say, but
Yeah, well, it's true.
I just see on several other channels, I've seen it before and I've heard of people that literally like said, "Okay, well, if that's how you're gonna act, then just be scammed then." And it just really makes me mad because it's not about your ego. If you can't handle, if your ego's that fragile that you can't handle an old lady screaming at you because she's panicky, then just ask someone else to call. You know, that's the way I look at it.
Exactly. That's what I do. Because, I always ask you sometimes because, like, really sometimes I don't know. Maybe it's my voice. That's the reason why they get scared or something. I don't know. But sometimes they start yelling at me, saying that, "How can I be sure that you're not a scammer?" And I'll be like, "Come on, not again,
Yeah.
not again."
Yeah, and I hate that for you, but unfortunately, like, yeah, it is. It is a byproduct of your accent, and honestly, in that moment, it's just not about you.
Hey, wait, did you just say me that you hate me?
Yeah, I said I hate you. That's exactly what I said.
Guys, CJ hates me. That's why you have to click the subscribe button there and the thumbs up button. Please click that.
Yeah, and
Sven,
sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
No, my question's going to be long, so go ahead, CJ.
Oh, I was just going to say, and Dark makes a good point. Some people don't want to be helped. You can't force them to be helped. And I'm definitely not saying that you, like, can force them to be helped, because some people just, they don't want to be helped. But we can still try the best we can with kindness is all the point I'm making. You know.
Yeah, just be patient. Hopefully, hopefully, you know, like literally, yeah. Hopefully, someday you can actually like sometimes like if the scam is around like 2 hours or 3 hours, in that 2 hours you can actually find a single moment where the victim can actually, uh, you know, the victim can actually what do we say? Yeah, can actually believe us. Like he can actually he can actually say like calm down and listen to us. Like he might also feel something suspicious about the thing. He's calling Microsoft and Microsoft is calling to bank and bank is asking me to remove the money from the bank account. Like there is something suspicious about that. No one will actually ask you to remove money from your bank account. Like why is that? Why are they asking? Like I think like there will be one point in the 2 hour scam where the scammer actually makes a mistake and then the victim can be saved at one point. That's the only hope that I have, even if it's the last moment that they actually even give the gift cards. Even if they give the gift cards, I can redeem them and send the money back to them. There's a possibility that we can actually do that.
Right.
So
okay, Take, what's your question?
Has there ever been a time where you couldn't convince them that they were being scammed and you lost somebody, and the reason they got scammed was because they just wouldn't listen to you? Like, did that ever happen to you, and how frustrated were you when that happened? Well, you don't need to answer that. I knew you were frustrated if that happened. But, like, does that happen from time to time?
Yeah, it happened. I was with CJ on that day. We were on the call. She was trying to call the person, and I was trying to call the person. He gave the number to the scammer, and I really got so pissed that scammer actually the person actually ended up giving him like $1,000 worth of Apple gift cards, and I was so pissed. the victim wouldn't answer my calls. He doesn't believe me, and the scammer keeps on asking for more cards. And I was so frustrated that I destroyed the scammer's PC. I literally destroyed the PC. That's at least that's what I can do there to stop the
At
scam
least
at
you
my
did
front
something,
line.
right? You had your revenge.
Yeah, like the person actually is left with like $1,500 or something, and this scammer actually took $1,000 out of him, out of the account,
Jeez.
and it's already gone. Everything was gone. Like he has nothing left. But yes, at least he got warned, and I'm not sure what Apple actually did. Like the scammers are really like that. Like they're kind of like smart. Like they actually make you shred the card or maybe destroy the card somehow because when you actually ask Apple that I got scammed, I need my refund, they'll ask you about the card, and if the card is not like if you can't provide them the physical card picture, Apple cannot help you. Like they need to have the card and the receipt, so they're actually able to provide anything or something like
Yeah.
that.
So we can't really
And I
help them on their behalf. They have to do it.
Yeah, and I see Disney Adventure Vlog actually has a question. I don't know how this PayPal scam got my name when I just checked my email. It's really simple, sir. Like it's straight away the information that is sometimes like sometimes the companies that you're registered with, they actually leak the information, and then you'll actually like it'll actually and then they'll actually get the phone number. They'll actually get the name, address, email, and everything. So it'll be easy for them to send you an email saying that they're PayPal and you're being charged or something like that. So that's the main issue. And that's the main thing here. The scams run on information. If there is no information that is being leaked, or if there is no information that the scammers are getting, then there'll be no scams. That's how it is.
Yeah, awesome.
So
And Scamlock
yeah,
Holmes was asking what we should do if we have someone, if we talk to someone that says like I've been scammed for $1,000, what should I do? What kind of advice should we give to the victim?
Yeah, I just saw
I
that.
mean,
Thank you. I scrolled
it
up. So yeah, go ahead.
depends. Yeah, it depends on the way that they got scammed. If it is for the gift cards, and if it is not even 24 hours that they actually got scammed, they can go to the Target store or maybe contact the if it is the Apple gift card, you can actually contact Apple. If like it's better to go to the store and ask them like, yeah, I got scammed like this. I think it's a scam and I lost my money. How do I get them back? They'll actually try to provide you information. For example, one day, this person actually got like $2,000 worth of Target gift cards from the Target store, and even CJ was there. CJ, you remember the day, right?
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, he Target was able to help him to get him to get his $2,000 back. He actually got the receipts and the cards with him. He actually gave the cards and receipts to the store again, and then and then they were able to help him with the refund and everything. And for suppose if it is like the wire transfer, again, contacting the bank will help. If it is like if they ask you to make it a package and ship it to someone, and you got to know that they get scammed, just report that address to the police department.
Yeah.
If there is a chance, if the mule did not actually send that money to the scammer, there's a chance that they can actually get the money back, or it's still useful because someone else won't be scammed by the same mule, or maybe the mule won't be able to work, something like that. So it's always important to report, like if like report it, like reporting to police will actually help you all the time sometimes.
Yeah. Sven's dead right. I just went through a similar thing very recently, very, very recently, and it was a substantial amount. And it was very difficult because it was a group of people. One person was trying to hang on to the hope that they could talk the scammer into giving back their money. And it didn't matter. I actually took these people out to dinner and sat them all down to go over what had occurred. And all of them, it was a battle. It took 2 days of constant talking to them onto the phone every day to make a police report and get an event number. And the most important thing is the banks do have fraud insurance. So if you can prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that it is fraud, then you can put a claim in with the banks on their fraud insurance to get maybe not all your money back, but some of it. But unless you make a police report and get an event number, then nothing can move forward. And because of this same particular scam, I spoke to somebody put me on to an FBI representative in America.
That's cool.
And they said the exact same thing. There's the same laws in America where unless an event has taken place and it's registered, no insurance claim can be put in. Now, it's a long drawn out process on large amounts where it could take 60 to 90 days. But if you don't make the event and make the report, then nothing can happen. So, absolutely, contacting law enforcement should be a top priority. And if they won't do it themselves and you know about it and you know the details as a beta, then you should make the report yourself on their behalf. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Helping
Exactly.
them.
Like,
Yeah, helping them on another way to expose the scam. Absolutely. As a scam beta, we should all be doing that anyway. So yeah, we should be doing both.
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, like, yes, reporting, like, just imagine, like, many people reporting the same amount of, like, they got scammed, or maybe by the way, like, how they got scammed. Maybe there is a possibility for federal department of US contacting Indian government, and they can work together. It will be like, maybe there's a chance that they both can work together and get, like, maybe that could be the end of scams or something like that.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, there's a guy who wants you to kick me off.
I know.
That's really
The
funny.
more, did you see the name?
Morning scam show.
Yeah, that's me on my cell phone.
Yeah, I know. I know. I knew it. I knew it.
You get all this, man. Oh, that's
Somebody's
that's
got to
TJ.
troll you, Sven. I mean, I can't just let nobody troll you. Nobody's trolling you.
Yeah, I already knew it was you. Yeah, like,
So the other day, I've been messing with the tech support scammers a lot, the fake Microsofts, places like that. I came across the number and I called, and he was 100% American, and he wanted to do, like, it was a fake refund, like they're gonna refund you $599 to American techies for some service or whatever. So I said, "Oh, I'm sorry to bother you. I guess you were spoofed by criminals in a call center." And he said, "They work for us." And he started cursing at me and talking about my mom. And he was 100% American. I called back. I got an Indian woman. Same type of thing. So obviously they're in cahoots together. Are you finding more Americans are also in on the scams? Whether he started as a mule or not, I don't know. But I just was taken aback that I was speaking with somebody that's normally from an Indian call center, and he was 100% American. And I mean, do you find that at all, or do you just not see that, or is that something new?
I don't know. I didn't know about this. I need to get into this. Okay. It's, oh, interesting. I didn't actually understand your question properly, but still, can you elaborate that?
Yeah, do you find that there's more Americans involved now because there's money to be made, and there's good and bad people everywhere, whether it's here or there. Do you find that there's more Americans involved in some of these scams that we talk about?
Yeah, I think so. Yes, yes. The money mules, yes, they are involved. And again, now these days, the money mules and gift cards are like they're not using these methods to scam, but most of the time it's wire transfer or Bitcoin. They make the victim buy the Bitcoin and then they just transfer it. I mean, yeah, to answer your question, yeah, there are money mules. There's still money mules who actually are doing this thing. Yeah. Yes, there are.
It's
The straight
sad.
answer for that.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you. बहुत शुक्रिया.
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया मतलब आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद.
Ache.
Oh my God, so you guys learn so much Hindi.
Yeah, he's doing awesome with the Hindi.
Oh
Amazing.
my God. Guys, if you want any translations, Take can help you. He knows Hindi.
Yeah.
No, no. I'm
And
just getting
CJ
my
with Bengali.
I got a whole
Just get
bunch of yeah, and I know Bengali. I can say uncle, kaka, aunt, kaki. So if
Oh
anyone
my
has
God.
any
Kaka.
conversations about
Multi-multi.
uncles, aunts, fathers, or mothers, I can translate Bengali for you.
You know, kaki means crow in my language.
Oh, really? It means aunt in
Yeah.
Bengali.
Yeah. Like, you know, different. They're like, it is said that there are like over 1,200 languages in India, but only 23 languages are recognized. 22, I guess,
Oh,
by
really?
government. Like, there are so many languages that are not recognized.
That's 22 too many. Like, just stick with one, please. It's taking me 3 months to be able to say, hi, how are you? Just don't confuse me.
Yeah. So yeah. Like we actually everyone knows Hindi. Most of the people know actually understand Hindi at least even if they can't speak. So
There's a few, though, that I've come across that, like, I think, well, in southern India, I think it was Tamil. And then in the north, she didn't understand anything from Nagaland. She didn't understand what the word Rundi meant. And I thought it was just somebody playing with me, making fun of my Hindi or saying, I don't understand you. But she really didn't understand a word of Hindi. And she was in some part of northern India. So I learn
yeah.
every day. I learn something new every single day.
By the way, Sven,
What did you
did
say,
you
mate?
ever call
I mean,
those?
there's a possibility for people to not know Hindi. Like some of my friends even can't speak Hindi, but they can understand Hindi. Some of them they don't understand Hindi.
Yeah.
Like we have like so many languages, and I don't know. For some reason, some people don't understand Hindi. It's kind of like that. Someone actually asked me a question, Sven, what kind of work do you do? I scambait.
Sven, did you ever call that
Yes.
other one the other day where we were trying to figure out the language and see if they spoke Hindi too?
No one actually answered, but by the audio that I actually sent, that's definitely not Hindi, and that's definitely not any Indian language. I think that is some other language that they're actually speaking and have that Indian accent
Someone
in
on
their English or something like
Reddit
that.
said
I
it
don't know.
was.
That's definitely not Hindi.
Someone on Reddit said it was Farsi, which is from like Iran and Afghanistan.
Oh yeah, there is a possibility that it's Farsi. Yeah, there's a possibility that it's Farsi.
Yeah, which that was
I
really
mean,
interesting. If y'all missed the show on Tuesday, I believe didn't I play that clip on the show? But it was like they accidentally left me a voicemail that was in some other language that was not anyone that we're used to hearing. Like they weren't from Nigeria, they weren't from Jamaica. It wasn't an Indian language, so we were trying to figure out where they were from. So it was interesting. It
that,
wasn't Bengali
that
from Bangladesh. So
yeah. So it proves that the scammers are everywhere. These guys are everywhere.
So, yeah, I want to ask you about that. And real quick, CJ, play that for GF because he speaks pretty good Arabic, I think.
yeah,
and it's pretty similar, so he might be able to tell you.
that's a good point.
So, Sven, I mean, it's so annoying when we scam bait. Obviously, it's funny at this point that they're all going to say they're from Pakistan. Every one of them. We know that's not true, but there are some call centers in Pakistan. How many, do you have like a percentage? Or is it that popular in Pakistan that it is in India? And some of them really could be in Pakistan.
Yes, yes. The Pakistanis are there. Like actually, I met a scammer who is Pakistani. Like he actually was dealing with me. He knows I was Indian. He was dealing with me saying that, bro, let us start a scam call center together. Bhai, हम दोनों मिलके call center start करेंगे, like something like that. He actually asked me to start a call center together. I can actually run a call center in India. He'll run a call center in Pakistan, and we both can run them parallelly and get some more profits out of that thing. And I was like, bruh, really? this guy's like really into me. Like he really trusted me. He gave me his WhatsApp number and everything. We were actually talking to him. Like he did not know that I was baiting him. He actually thought that I was like, okay, I got a partner to work with. Uh, something like that. Yeah, and the reason why most of the Indian call center guys actually say that they're Pakistani is because there is some kind of really competition thing that is going on between India and Pakistan, and there is some kind of rivalry. I don't want to mention that here, but yes.
Cricket, right? It's cricket.
Cricket is just a thing. Cricket is just a thing. Like we only play in World Cups with Pakistan. We don't even have normal matches with Pakistan. And if you want to see actually cricket, it's between Australia and England. The Ashes. That's the real cricket. Like you see there, it's like completely about the respect and completely about the thing. Ozzy actually knows about that, I guess.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah,
and
man.
have rubbed in the last series to Chester many times over the last few weeks.
Man, I miss Chester. I miss Chester. Where is he?
Yeah, Chester went back to work, I think. So
Chester's been doing a lot of stuff. I know he's helping out some of the newer scambaiters, and he's getting them computers, and he's doing a lot of work still as far as scambaiting. But he hasn't been putting out a lot of videos. But he's doing a lot of work with the community. Plus, he's still he retired, but now he's busier than ever because now all the jobs are coming in, and he worked for himself. So wherever he is, we love you, Chester. But come in when you can.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I did see that he put a video out yesterday. He did put a video out yesterday, so y'all make sure you go and watch it. I just saw that this morning. I hadn't watched it yet, but Chester did release a video out yesterday.
Yeah, yes, guys, this is doxing Chester for the last 10 seconds. Let's go.
Yeah, but y'all make sure you go check it out. I'll post the link to it here.
Yeah.
The other thing I want to say before I forget is also happy birthday to Scamula, because it's her birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday.
Oh, is she here right now?
Happy birthday, Scamula.
No, I don't think she's here.
Is she here?
No, I don't think so.
Well, then,
but
on happy birthday right there. What are you doing in the morning? You can't come into our show? No. So happy birthday, Scamula.
Well, it's like
it's like 7 o'clock where she is. So it's fair. I get it. She's at home watching cricket.
Cricket?
No, she's at home
or curling.
sleeping, I'm sure.
Or I don't know. One of those major sports.
When someone actually mentions cricket, I don't know why, but it feels like, oh my god, let's go, let's play together. Like when I actually met Chester, they were talking about cricket, and I was like, come on, let's play cricket. Come on, why not? Like I don't know. I know we cannot play together, but still, it feels like that.
It's so popular there, and I mean, for somebody, I don't even think most Americans know what that is. Yeah, it's probably the #1 sport in the world, right?
Yes, according to me.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's huge. So, yeah, one day we'll have you back, and we'll talk about cricket for about 2 hours, and I'm sure you'll be able to fill us all in.
Yeah, I'll explain you each and every rule, and I actually make everyone a player. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I want to be defense.
Yeah. You want to do defense?
Yeah, I mean, are you allowed to hit people with that stick, or no?
No, we don't hit people with the stick. We hit the ball. I mean, not ball. Oh my god, that sounded really bad.
He wants to hit people with the stick. All he wants is to hit people with the stick. So.
Yeah, guys, Take is so cruel, so harsh. Just ignore him, guys. Like he's like really.
I don't blame you.
Oh my god.
So Sven, tell us about your campaign.
Oh yes, I forgot. I was about to mention that.
Yeah.
So guys, here is a thing. When like two countries are fighting here, like it's not the innocent people. It's always the governments who actually take decisions and their egos and everything, and they start fighting. Innocent people are getting hurt. Like literally, there are many lakhs of people. They lost their homes. Some of them they are like literally living in the underground metros and underground metros and all kinds of stuff. A baby was born in a metro station. Just imagine how worse could be the situation. A newborn baby during the war, and she's born in a metro station, and like people died. Um, like everything is going wrong. So I thought, like, why not? Let's come together and then start a crowdfunding thing where we actually come together and we donate to them. This Sunday, I'm gonna live stream on my channel. CJ is gonna live stream on her channel. We and many of the other YouTubers who are willing to do that. They can actually do that. Join the team and let's work together. Even if you're able to donate at least like $1, it means a lot. Like everything means a lot. So let's come together and let's try to help them. It's not we're not taking sides here. We are just helping people who actually are suffering due to the war. Uh, like everyone, like you see, you can see that, like, why are the people being tortured there? Even if there is a bomb blast or maybe the missile, maybe there is a missile that actually is shot towards the city, the apartments, the houses, and everything is destroyed there, and the people are dying. They're losing their homes. They have done nothing wrong. I don't know if I can mention this, but Putin is living in his mansion or whatever, or any other government guest house or anything. He's living safe there. His army is fighting in Ukraine, and yeah, even after the war is done, the people, these politicians and these leaders, and who are actually the main reasons to fight, they live in their own places. It's completely fine. Like, I mean, I don't blame them. Like, I mean, I don't know what to say, but yes, people are dying. We are with the people here. We're not with any government. We're not with any country. Like, let's help the people together. So this Sunday, we're gonna live stream. We are gonna do something to them. We're gonna like even a single dollar will mean a lot. CJ will join us and everything. So let's do this, guys. Hopefully,
Yeah.
you guys will. Hopefully I'll see you guys there.
Right.
I think that's an absolutely spectacular cause, especially when there are so many scams at the moment who are feeding off it. So if we can do something positive and put something towards it that's in a positive way where people know it's legitimate, fantastic idea, Sven. Absolutely, hats off to you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Like, I don't know, man. I feel like this war is completely pointless. It's based on the egos of these politicians. Even no one is actually joining or helping Ukraine at this point. Like, yeah, there have been refugees, like countries like Romania, Poland actually helped them to go there, and Germany is providing some more missiles so they can actually fight back. And I don't know what is like really a stupidest thing where everyone, the people who actually started the war are completely fine, but who are being destroyed, like because of Russia actually doing this thing, like because of Putin, not Russia, because of Putin doing this thing. Uh, Now the oil prices globally will actually go up. Uh, more imports from Russia will be stopped. Like it affects global economy, no matter what. It it affects the global economy like in many ways. Like, what did other
Yeah,
countries do?
everybody's gas is going way up, and so they spend less money, and then they're scrounging around, and there's people that need to drive every day for work. I mean, but that's just the economics part of it, obviously. But like what you said before, it's not about sides. I mean, obviously we know what the right side is and who's doing the wrong, but we won't get into that. The bottom line is that there's innocent people being hurt, tortured, genocide, babies being born in train station. I mean, it's sickening. So I think what you're doing is an amazing thing, and I really need you to tell us exactly what time and be specific, because I think there's a lot of people listening that will definitely donate and would love to watch your streams, and we'll promote the hell out of it before that happens. And it's just amazing that you're getting involved. I mean, this has been going on in the Ukraine for years. People have been dying left and right, and nobody said anything. So yeah, this is a catastrophe. But hopefully people wake up and there's no more after this, and it kind of puts them on the map that something needs to be done there. I mean, these poor people have been kept down and have been killed for years now. And that's all I'll say on that. But yeah, please go ahead and promote your streams again. and talk about the
Yeah,
time.
I'll put out a video where I actually mention about the time and everything tomorrow. Sunday is the day, probably around this time, probably around 8:30 IST, Indian Standard Time, and I don't know what's time in America. I need to calculate that thing. And yeah, around that time, I'll be streaming. CJ will be joining us. Take, if you're okay, you can join us there. It's a
Absolutely.
3-day campaign, and again, Flying Spaghetti Monster. Yeah, I'll make sure that it's not a scammer collecting money. I'll definitely make sure it is some government-funded NGO or something like that, so that we actually donate, and then I won't do that mistake. That's for sure.
Yeah,
I'll
like
try
what
to.
Ozzy was saying in Flying Spaghetti. I mean, a lot of people are capitalizing on this misery. It's disgusting. But you know, it happens all the time. These are scammers. They don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, we have that with COVID. We have that with everything. So it's no surprise that they're using this situation to scam people. So yeah, please
Yeah.
just be very clear about where to donate and all that.
Yeah, we will be clear, and on the day we'll have much fun. Like we'll have we'll be watching scammers doing shit, doing things. We'll be actually calling scammers. Maybe we'll play some video games if you guys get bored or something like that. We'll try to have more fun and enjoyable, like 2 hours or 3 hours of live stream, and then we'll actually continue the campaign for 3 days. Uh, Hopefully we'll reach the goal. I haven't fixed any goal how much we are gonna meet or something like that. We will just do it. Let's do this, guys. Let's give it a try. Let's help them. You know. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all I have left to say. I don't even have proper words to speak at this point. I'm really sorry. I just woke up and actually Caesar called me and he told me.
So let me since this is technically my channel, I just want to say one thing. And Take knows this about me. Just to be clear, I do not at all get involved in politics at all. The reason is because I don't. All the information that I get is from the media, and it's never the whole story. There's all kinds of stuff that goes on behind the scenes that I don't know about. I don't like to talk about politics, and I definitely do not like to be involved in them. However, the reason that I was letting Sven talk about this today is because it is common knowledge that innocent people are being affected, and that's what we're raising money for. I don't care about the politics of it. I'm only raising money participating to help the innocent people who are literally being killed. And that's what we don't like. That's what we want to try to make whatever difference we can in. So I just wanted to say that since technically it is my channel, that, and Take, it's his show as well, but Take knows how I feel about this because we talked about it, that in normal circumstances I would never want to discuss politics on here, and I'm not trying to, but we do want to try to help innocent people. So I just want to say that, no offense, Sven, or anything, or anyone that has any political views on it. I'm not saying that you're right or wrong. I do not get involved in politics, and I don't like to discuss them.
Oh no.
But we do want to help innocent people. So that's what
Right, and I think we've made that point clear that
Yeah.
we don't care about the politics here.
Yeah.
It's about innocent people that are being hurt and tortured and genocide and cleansing and everything. It's just it's sickening what's going on there. So it's great that people can donate and we can try to help and make a difference in another way than just scam baiting. My one question, I think it came from Mary though, is so if somebody donates on whenever we do the streams, like what exactly where does that money go? Like a certain charity, or can we just tell the people
So-
exactly where it's going?
It's not like you're donating to the stream. I'll leave a link in the description straight away to the website. And if the people feel it's legitimate, they can actually check out everything, all the things there, all the information about that thing, and then they actually can donate it. And guys, if you think that there is particular charity that you want like you suggest me to start raise a campaign again, so you can actually put that in the chat. I'll actually look into it and find the best one that actually seems so legit, and I'll actually put it there. That'll actually help me like better way, like it's easier and better to understand like which is the proper one and which is not the good one or something like that.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah,
really helped me
and
because
just for
I've been looking for
go ahead. Sorry.
I've been looking for a charity, but I came across like UNHCR. It says the UN Refugee Agency, and they actually have a page here. They say that around 1 million people have been forced to flee from Ukraine, and hundreds and thousands more have been internally displaced by military hostilities. And they claim that they actually do it for them. And I've been checking in many websites, and seems this is a legitimate charity. Like you guys can like suggest me.
Can you put the link
Uh,
in chat, Sven, so people can have a chance to look it over?
yeah, here it is.
And then, I mean, we can talk forever on what's the effects of this one little situation. I mean, somebody just mentioned in the chat, don't forget about the Russians, the poor people in Russia that don't agree with what's going on. What's going to happen to them? You know, what's going to happen to everybody around the world because of this situation? So it's
exactly. We're focused on the innocent
millionfold.
people, and remember that too. That the normal Russian people and the like a regular Russian citizen and a regular Ukraine citizen have nothing to do with this decision. They can't influence it. So we want to support all those people, all the innocent people is what we're trying to do. And just to be clear, this will be the only time we talk about this on air other than to support, like I said, the innocent people.
Thanks,
yes. So next week, tomorrow when we stream, I don't want to use the P word or discuss this again, other than we will talk about the upcoming streams. Because I really don't like to be involved in any kind of political conversation. But
It's not really politics at this point, though. It's more like innocent people.
Right, exactly. And that's what I just want to say. Like I have very, very little rules for my streams, and no politics is the only one. Right, Take? But this
guys,
is a
make it
different
69
situation.
already. Come on, guys. It's only 62. Just make it 69. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's make it 69 likes on the stream. I mean, it's not gonna happen in a minute, but yeah, still. Animals matters. Yeah. Innocent animals. Initially, I thought like since I reached 500, I wanted to make a charity. So I thought I will actually be donating to people for animals, who has been a really good, like who has been really helpful for me in taking care of animals around me. I report them, they come, they take them, they make them healthy, and they leave them in the wild again. So I thought to do that, but I think there's a bigger cause that we have to support. So yeah.
Yeah. And
how many likes do we have?
62, I'm showing.
All right, I thought we were close to 69. I just texted my mom and told her we need one more.
Hey mom,
yeah, it's
call
63.
me. And I saw, and I know this is a controversial issue for people, so I'm very sorry. Yeah, Zeb, you know exactly what I mean. I'm sorry for anyone that might be offended. But yeah, we're scambaiters. Our lives are focused on helping innocent people. So that's what we're going to try to do together as a group. So like I said, this is not something that we'll discuss every time. We were just giving you an overview of, the upcoming campaign. Which we'll be doing on Sunday, and we'll try to get you some more details on that tomorrow. So looks like we ran out of time to call scammers today, so sorry about that, but it was a really good stream. I thought it was awesome. What do you think, Take?
And I'm sorry again because of my, and I'm sorry for my bad English. I'm really sorry. I just woke up. It's serious mistake.
No, your English.
I'm sorry for my bad Hindi.
I'm sorry for I don't know what, but I'm sure there's something wrong I did today.
Yeah, just be sorry. But yeah, it was a great stream. I thought it was great starting
Yeah.
off with Ozzy. I've always been an Ozzy fan. He's just an amazing guy. It was great to talk about Australia and the floods and the animals, and to see him with the dragon, and then also his take on scam baiting. He's just well spoken. He's an awesome individual. Um, and what are you going to say about Sven? I mean, $60,000 saved yesterday,
Yeah.
and that's just one little hors d'oeuvre of what this man does. So I would say, everyone, please go subscribe to How to Delete. Check out his work.
Yes,
Know that
please.
you have Sven out there, and he takes it personally. It's not his money. And for somebody who's going to be that upset when he can't get through to a victim to save them is what we need more of. I mean, he takes it as his personal responsibility to save each and every person that he can. So it was an amazing conversation with Sven. And I encourage Sven to at least go look at the intro video, because I did give you a couple shout outs, and it took me a lot of work to make that 30 seconds
Yeah,
of
make sure you
your
do
fame.
that,
So please go check out that video. And thank you so much for Ozzy and Sven both being here. It was amazing.
Yeah, thank you, Ozzy, and thank you, Dragon. What's that dragon's name? I forgot to ask.
Godzilla. The dragon's name's Godzilla.
Thanks,
I'm
Godzilla.
King Kong. I'm King Kong. Let's fight. Come on.
But I was just about to get one of the snakes out, but just as we left, but she's curled up and she's asleep, so I don't want to wake her up. But
don't wake up.
One thing I do want to say is, if you have not subscribed to Sven, you need to be shot. The man is an absolute genius.
He said it. Not me. Well spoken. I told you I loved Ozzy.
Look, just Australians say things as they are. The man is an absolute genius. I have nothing but admiration for him. And yeah, Sven, keep it coming, mate. You are just an absolute legend.
Thank you so
go
much.
sub
Sven,
to
you
Sven. Otherwise, we're all gonna pitch a tanty.
Sven, you should send Ozzy your autograph.
If you don't subscribe, I'm sending Harley and a snake around.
So don't be dodgy. Subscribe to Sven.
Oh, I thought you were
Thank
gonna
you so
rhyme. I thought you were gonna rhyme and have a poem.
No, I'm not that creative in the morning.
Well,
Thanks so much, Ozzy. Well
yeah,
said,
it was
though.
such a pleasure. Thank you, Ozzy. Thank you, Godzilla. Thank you, Sven. It was definitely a pleasure. We'll be back tomorrow with Recon Scammers, and we'll also get more. I'll try to give you some more details on the Sunday stream. And Sven posted the link somewhere. Can you post it one more time, Sven, to the charity, so y'all can go check it out and let us know what you think of it. Sorry we ran out of time to call scammers today. But you know,
Yeah,
we can
sometimes
only.
it goes like that, but I think we covered some important things, you know,
Yeah.
from the scam baiting in Australia to the floods in Australia to what's happening with animals, to Sven and victims, and obviously the situation in the Ukraine. I think it was awesome. It was a good time not to call scammers today, I think.
So go check out the charity, see what you think. I'm sure Sven, if someone had some feedback on it, like if they saw something concerning, they could reach out to talk to you, right?
Yeah, just leave a message in Discord. At least we can actually find it out. It's even I don't want to go and donate to a wrong charity, right? Like
So y'all check that out. Also go watch Chester's video from yesterday and go tell Scamula happy birthday today. Oh,
Happy birthday, Scamula.
Sven,
And again, make
I
sure
don't
that
know
your
what else
money
to
is going to the right charity. None of it's coming to TAGOW Media.
Yeah, exactly. I'll make sure that it doesn't go there.
Yeah, thank you.
I'd just like to say thank you to both CJ and Take for having me on. You know, I've got a head like a smacked ass, but you still had me anyway.
The pleasure's all here, mate.
And
you're awesome.
And to the moderators who do an absolute spectacular job every day, every week, over and over again. They never get enough. They never get enough praise for the work that they do. And
You're so right.
I don't get enough praise.
Besides CJ paying them all $500 each time we stream, I don't know what else we can do for them. But
Yeah.
you're right; they all deserve more.
Yeah, and that's a great point, Ozzy. I'm sorry, mods, that sometimes I forget to thank you, but I definitely really appreciate everything y'all do. All of y'all do an awesome job, and we couldn't do it without you, except for Sven. We could do without you.
and the people in the chat, the people in the chat, especially on this particular show, are just such a tight knit family and group.
Yep, for
that
sure.
They're just absolutely incredible people, and I'm so proud to be able to say that I can call you my friends. It's fantastic. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
Well said. Yeah, we need to have
We have
Ozzy
3
on every
countries here,
time.
all connected.
Yeah, we definitely need to have Ozzy on every time because he does a lot better of making sure we give everyone the credit that they deserve.
And he's very professional like that, because I forget, and that's why it's I want to shout people out, but then I'm like, what if I forget this person? What if I forget that person? But Ozzy's right on, so it's great. Thanks, Ozzy.
Everybody just remembers Phil McCracken. He's trying to take you down. He's trying to kill the golfer.
Right.
That's what everybody remembers. But you know what? That's good. They remember the funny things and they stick with it, and they come back. But there's a serious side to what we do, and
absolutely very serious.
If it was 2.5 months ago, I would be able to no problem say thank you to each and every one. There would only be 15 or 20 people that I could say. There's 40, 50 people now, so I'm just going to say thank you all for being here, waking up with us. I love you all.
Yes.
And that's all I got.
Yeah, we really
Guys,
appreciate
if you make it 69 likes, Take will actually thank everyone who's watching stream right now. He'll actually look at everyone's name and actually say the next stream.
Except he would never be able to even know how to look to catch everyone.
Right.
But yeah, I totally agree. I love doing this. I just love getting together, getting our focus on scam baiting, chatting with everyone. So please continue to come, share this, tell people to come chat with us in the morning. And yeah, let's continue to build up a positive scam baiting focused community.
Yeah.
Yep. And
100%.
hopefully tomorrow we'll be able to mess with some scammers, because CJ and her big brain has a sip. Thanks to Scamlock and everybody helping her out. So now it's how do I say that, Sven? Aap mujhe block nahi kar sakte kutia. You can't block me, bitch.
आप मुझे block नहीं कर सकते रंडी.
Well, it sounds better when you say it. But come on.
You gotta get the accent going. You still sound a little American, Take, but you're still doing awesome with your Hindi.
Aap mujhe block nahi kar sakte kutia.
Nahi, bro, come on. Nahi. It's not Nahi, it's Nahi. Ha, ha, the H.
Naki kar sakte kutia. All right, I'll work on it. We got to go. I'll hold everybody up.
All right, bye,
Bye-bye, everyone.
We'll see you in the
All right,
morning with Recon. See you tomorrow.
Love from down under.
Yep, love from
Later, bro.
Yep, see you guys in the morning with Recon Scammers. Love y'all.